Live. What's going on, y'all? This is Crowder Boys. We're back again with a fucking esteemed guest, to say the least. I'm here with my co-hosts, Diamond the Dalton Pruitt, DDP. We got RG 2.0 in the motherfucking building, and the legendary, the Fiasco,
the original Tony Casino.
What's up, everybody?
Dan Wickes, Mr. Fiasco.
Dan Wickes emojis are already Mariska Hargitay and Dan Wickes. That's a good combo. It's a Dan Wickes hole to do.
Yeah, this is exciting. I'm nervous. I got butterflies in my tongue.
I am very nervous right now.
Yeah.
I've got
we were in
oh, holy shit.
Yeah, this is
We already got a
rare.
big super chat.
We already got a big super chat. Look at that, $40 Canadian,
which is at least $5.
With the tariffs.
So what's going on? Are we going to war with Canada? Dan, your thoughts?
Wait, we should read it. Right? Because that's a lot of money. Daryl 401 says, "Be careful, Dan. Robbie wants to kiss you. He's in love." All right. I kind of said, Dan, be prepared to be called my other husband or my only husband, quite frankly.
This is a lot. I'm finding out that Robbie wants to kiss me and we're going to war with Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a double whammy. You know what's funny is I saw you did Spook Show. I think with Sarah Barnett.
Yeah.
And there was just like random people being like, "This is a fiasco," and one person like just being like, "Dan, tell Robbie that he needs to be at the Crowder Boys." like someone like was seeking you out. I mean, they probably were just following Spook Show or something.
Yeah. If it makes you guys feel any better, he's always late to the fiasco, so he's trying to be with you guys as long as possible.
Yeah, He's late here, late to the fiascos.
On time for Warriors games.
Yeah, Robbie.
I am doing a Warriors game stream, not my stream. Sean Keen. So if anyone wants to tune in for that at 9:30 too.
Robbie's on time. If he's going to the game, if he's watching from home, doesn't matter. He's in front of that TV.
I did sell my Chappelle tickets to do this and make a little money, so that's got to buy me some goodwill. Good win.
You sold your Chapel Roan tickets?
They should co-headline.
Where's Robbie, man?
HOTTO to go, Neil Brennan.
I think at this point, I'd rather go see Chapel Roan than Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
I probably have a better time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's not that I don't enjoy Chappelle anymore.
Dave Chappelle's transfer, and he's always telling tall tales about, is actually Chapel Roan.
She's trans, man.
She's a regular woman.
Yeah.
Or cis woman. What's the
yeah. His friend didn't die. She just like cut him off.
Yeah.
That's line arenas now.
You're making too many advances on me. That's it. I hate your whole community.
You heard where she lives, right? She lives in a garbage can.
I live in a garbage can.
That's a little Crowder Boys.
My thing is, well, yeah. My thing about Chappelle is, for a guy who seems to not really like trans people that much, he has a lot of stories about San Francisco. Why is he there so much? Like, if he
you
won't believe it. I ran into a trans person. I was just under a bridge in San Francisco Castro district. If I can't get away from him there, I can't get away from it anyway. Neil
I've been told that this is like actually harmful rhetoric, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
A guy like that who keeps talking about trans people the way he does and decry, talking about how weird and freaky he thinks they are, I feel like that's a projection of like how much he enjoys girls' penis.
I actually have heard.
I
I just heard this rumor last night on a date. Thank you, everybody.
What's his name?
Fuck! I'm logging off. I need an adult.
Yeah.
I mean, you set me up there, Robert.
This is fucking 10th. I mean, this isn't even secondhand, but apparently he's like a chaser, allegedly, which would be the least surprising thing.
A bag chaser. Guy's got hella money.
Yeah. Although I don't know.
He ran away from the bag that one time.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Dan Wickes?
Sorry.
Yes, please.
I was having the conversation last night about the projection thing. Like, about like if you're homophobic, you're gay, right? If you're transphobic, you're not. you're like into trans people, and I just don't think that like if you're homophobic you're gay, because that would mean that like 90% of black guys are gay.
Yeah. You can't argue with that.
Yeah.
That's
what
so
I was gonna
funny.
say. It kind of I feel like it works the other way too, where it's like guys like me and Robbie and Dalton that admire trans women and talk about how much we love them. Like we're just
Openly
lying 'cause
horny
we're
for
like,
Hunter Schafer myself. Openly.
we're just lying because we're like real men.
Man, that dude.
Well, I think
that
also
got
you're
me
just
so
lying.
fucking good, man. That is such
Man,
a
that-
funny joke.
I had no idea where you were going with that. And that was really good. I get the feeling that Dan has all these jokes like that he is just saving for a moment like this when he doesn't have to perform in Bushwick. You know what I mean?
There's like ones that I forgot that people just send back to me like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah.
That's a legitimately really funny joke, dude.
Yeah. That's Dan's
Wow.
autism in action. I've crunched the numbers and it turns out black guys are gay.
Oh yeah, doing like statistical analytics for your jokes.
Wickes. I was thinking about this. Have you thought about going by Danwick Lamar?
I haven't, but maybe I should consider it now.
Nice.
I do like Kendrick a lot.
That halftime show was a bit of a fiasco, in my opinion. I thought it was not good.
Yeah, you do seem like one of them white boys who be
I thought
like
it-
Kendrick.
Yeah. Dan seems like he explains Kendrick lyrics to women and other black people. You don't understand what he's doing. He's on another level. It's 4D chess. If you look into the meanings.
I like a lot of Kendrick's music and a lot of Drake's music, and I think they're both retards.
Yeah.
Like I think they're both narcissistic assholes.
Straight up.
I mean, don't you kind of gotta be a narcissist to be at that level?
Oh yeah, like you have to be sociopathic or like power hungry, and
Well, you can just be really good. I mean, and
Yeah.
I think that was the story with Kendrick for a long time, and then something happened in his brain where he decided, I don't know, Kendrick went petty mode for sure.
I think he's
I don't
bought
know,
in.
but even Section 80, he's still like kind of trying to be the savior.
Yeah,
He's always
Yeah,
kind of been like, I'm Martin Luther King. Like I didn't like him. I didn't like him because of the Pimp a Butterfly, like just the discourse around it. So I kind of was contrarian, but then I loved the album after that. I'm like, and then I actually thought his songs in this beef were like some of his best shit in a long time. Same with Drake. They both came out with their best music, and then both I like them less.
I will.
it's amazing.
I'll say this in defense of conservative white America regarding the Super Bowl.
I'll take the soup, by the way.
You'll take the soup. Well, you
Yeah.
can't have the soup without the bowl, Robbie. We've talked.
You
about
can get it in a soup Nazi style.
this is
styrofoam.
this is sort of like the trolley problem, where it's like, do you want loose soup or a bowl? Do you want loose soup or an empty bowl? You know.
Wow.
Anyway.
My mind is being blown with these high level ideas.
I will
What were you
say
saying
that
in defense of white America.
in defense of conservative white America, if you're
'Cause they need
watching the Super Bowl halftime at home, or even if you're there, and it's not only it's rap, it's already like, you know, no matter how catchy the tunes are, it's already pretty dicey to try and sing along with
It's
it.
Catch 2 King.
It's also like
Yeah.
like he's got to do all the fucking like Walmart CD versions of his songs.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
Super Bowl. So it's impossible to like be a part of it. You know what I mean? Like if it's fun,
It's
you
also-
know, if
he
it's
didn't-
like
He didn't play for the crowd at all, though. He played for the camera, which I also thought, like, I as
Well,
a
I think
comedian
by the
got
end,
like
like,
secondhand cringe, or not cringe. It just I like uncomfortable because I could tell the crowd was like confused by the whole thing. I was like, dude,
Right.
it's a Super Bowl. It was the only Super Bowl show I've seen where he played like songs all from his new album, which is an album I fucking love. But I'm like, nobody here knows these songs.
right.
To not play anything from Good Kid, Mad City is a fucking fatal mistake.
Yeah,
But I think he made a
minutes-
mistake doing the Super Bowl. Here's where Kendrick lost me. They should have asked him to do the Super Bowl, and he's like, fuck the Super Bowl. They should have told him about the fucking Grammy. He's like, I'm not showing up to the fucking Grammy. Like, that's what his response should have been. Be like, give Drake a fucking Grammy. Give Drake the Super Bowl. I'm a good
Yeah.
rapper. I don't need any of this fucking camera time bullshit.
Yeah, but that was not the point. The point was just to call Drake a pedophile in front of as many.
But
people
that's
as
and that's
possible.
and I
That
think
is
that's
cool.
That's why they booked him. It was like
Yeah.
it almost felt like. But here's
But
why
he
I also
didn't
cringed. I
though.
was like,
They didn't say
Yeah, he did.
pedophile.
But he let the crowd say it.
Okay,
I bet,
well,
I bet that
that's not
crowd
him.
had no clue what was going on. Like
Yeah.
what we heard at home.
I think they didn't get most of it, but I think they got the last song.
that's everyone knows that, but it made him look like a one-hit wonder because everyone was like kind of bored and confused, and it felt like it was all just building up to that one song, and it definitely felt like it was like this is more about Drake than Kendrick. Like it's obvious you booked him to call Drake a pedophile, and it's obvious that he's only doing this to call because and I also just think he was like it was like a David Lynch Dune situation where it was like artist bad fit for big. Like that's when like the Beyoncés and like U2 or whatever, that's their domain and that's where they shine. And a guy like Kendrick just like it was just not satisfying.
Yeah, but in the I guess the contrarian for here, I did appreciate some of the like playing at the camera stuff that he did. Like I appreciate him doing like all the like, oh, white America's not gonna like this, and then he does that, and then my mom walks in the room, sees all black people on the screen, goes, oh my god, and then walks out of the room.
And that's the problem when you make it a fucking when you do something that's like high level, like high thought level like that's incorporating race is like black people are not allowed to dislike it now, and white people like anybody that gives their opinion on it, it's like the whole thing is tainted.
Yeah, I tweeted it feels like a rerun of the This Is America video discourse.
Yeah, I saw
and
that. But
it felt very like first Trump admin, the whole thing kind of because he didn't even really say anything that crazy. It was just the vibe of it, I guess.
He didn't say pedophile. I was so disappointed.
He let the crowd say it, and then he still did the A minor. He still did John Stockton.
Yeah, but A minor is just a note.
Yeah, but everybody knows what he meant.
He should have done like a Kids Bop, like certified cool guy.
If he said pedophile, it's all worth it. If he said the word pedophile, I'm like, okay, I bow down to Kendrick, but he didn't fucking say it.
Yeah,
he did say hide your little sister from him.
That is funny.
Yeah, he said all the implications.
The last two songs were cool. It was just the rest of it. It felt like it was all building up to that, but it wasn't like an exciting build up. It was like, all right, let's get through whatever pretentious bullshit Kendrick's up to, so we get to the songs the crowd knows.
Yeah,
because that's what I can't say. It's like also he should have just brought in more celebrities and because that's the one thing rap has on rock is like the bringing like the Dr. Dre one was great, and I actually think Kendrick's little segment in that was way better and like more of a Super Bowl performance.
Yeah, but that's also the problem. He played all the hits in that performance, so he didn't want to play the same song.
Just do it again. No one remembers anything.
As far as
I'm not going to do all right. It's the Super Bowl. Just do all right again. It's the Super Bowl. But also, Kendrick doesn't have that many hits.
Mad City, Backseat Freestyle. He could drop the Watch Out for Detox just to show people he can do this shit for real. Like some of that old shit, man.
Like a part of me is like, I get it. You want to show that you're like an artist. Like that's why he also didn't lip sync. Like he like did his own rapping, but it sounded terrible because the Super Bowl doesn't know how to account for that. And he didn't have a live band. That's I think a big mistake. Live hip hop is not good without a live band. And
that's exactly what I was gonna say. I was gonna say if Kendrick came out there and not even just live band, fucking marching band.
That would have been. It's New Orleans. That'd have been fucking cool as fuck.
Oh yeah, that's
the
right.
Fucking guys twisting with the trombones behind you and shit. That shit would have been crazy.
Yeah, New Orleans. They got all those like the black people with the horns and the trumpets and saxophones.
Right. Black Devils.
Right.
Yeah. They could have just grabbed like one of those funeral processions off the street.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want to take a break from this funeral?
Kendrick could have walked down Bourbon Street and just led a marching band to the Super Bowl, and then be like, "Oh, I guess we're performing at the Super Bowl now."
Yeah.
Sorry,
I would say this. This is another. It's another just a dumbass discourse on the internet. So I try to.
That's my favorite Louis J. Gomez podcast.
Dumbass discourse.
Yeah.
That.
All right, Shannon. This is the dumbass discourse of the week.
That does describe like Lewis's whole thing, pretty much.
I would say it's more like real ass discourse.
Yeah, real ass discourse. But
our version is dumbass discourse.
Yeah, I don't have who cares what my opinion is? I'm just some mayo ass, cracker ass white boy, right? But honestly, you are like live hip hop is like, it's, I guess, especially since like so much of rap hinges on the lyrics themselves. Like you got a beat, and then you got a fellow rapping, and it's like a lot of it is lyrical. It's the words that are being said. And so like this argument that where all white people be saying, well, I can't understand what he's saying, and then there's that counter argument where black people will be like, white people will say you can't understand Kendrick Lamar, and then listen to Pearl Jam, and it's like, well, look, and I'll explain this to black people right now.
First of all, I won't listen to Pearl Jam,
but let me explain something to black people. Black people, listen to me right now.
Pandatron, listen.
Yeah, Pandatron. If you're tuning, just any all black people, listen up. A white man is talking, so be quiet. There's a difference between like music that is hinges on its lyrics versus just music that sounds great. You know what I mean? And rock and roll is not. The lyrics are,
they're honestly not important.
They're not important at all in rock and roll.
In rock, they're not important.
Yeah, like white people be listening to Pearl Jam. We ain't know what they saying.
Yeah, it's kind of a blanket statement.
But we can feel the music.
Michael Jackson's son, I feel bad for him. That's also a blanket statement.
Oh yeah, but you know what I mean. Like if the music sounds good, and if like whatever is being sung just rhythmically works, then the lyrics don't matter at that point. Whereas like with rap, there's a lot of rap that's just like a repetitive beat. With the beat as I want the beat to be good.
LMFAO.
LMFAO. You got the LMFAO has very profound lyrics.
I mean, Eminem's, even though Eminem's the lyrics guy, his biggest hits are like not about the lyrics really. They're just like pump you up.
But when you have a guy like Kendrick who's like his thing is he's a fucking Pulitzer. What did he win? A fucking Peabody or something?
Yeah.
He won a Pulitzer Prize for his like poetry or something. So the music itself is all about the lyrics. Then it does require like you have to be able to like hear what's being said.
And I like that that's also not his fault. It was the mixing that was bad because they're not used to mixing vocals in general. Usually everyone lip syncs with the Super Bowl, but everyone's like, oh, but that's my problem with Kendrick fans. It's like, oh, this thing that was bad and not even his fault. You just don't get it. Like it's like Rick and Morty fans a little bit. Like you must have high IQ to understand this thing that wasn't very entertaining.
On the other hand, what is the standard for the Super Bowl halftime show? Like, it's not an abomination 75% of the time.
I will say,
I would say the gold standard is Prince. Like the year that Prince did it was probably the best it's ever been.
There's probably been like 10 good ones ever.
I think actually since Jay-Z has taken over, I've actually liked most of them. I liked Dr. Dre. That
was great.
That was amazing. And this is also not all Kendrick's fault because I guess this is only the second time a rapper has headlined a Super Bowl halftime show ever. So everyone hated The Weeknd, but I thought it was cool.
I love The Weeknd. I mean, I don't think people hated The Weeknd that much, by the way. I was like looking at a top ranking of everyone that the Athletic put out, and Weeknd was top 10, I'm pretty sure.
I thought the set was cool.
I mean, everybody's working for it.
Yeah, I hate Mondays personally.
A lot of the Weeknd though, he was playing for the camera. He was inside that big light thing.
That's
but
what
that
he
made more
did well.
sense
Was
because it was like the COVID one, and there was like no real audience there, and also Tom Brady. Who cares?
Yeah.
I think do away with the fucking musicians at halftime. Let's get some wrestling in there. Let's get something exciting, a show that people would be entertained by.
Traditionally, the halftime show is the part for the girls. Like it should be, and it kind of should be. That's how you keep it popular with everyone.
But now that Taylor Swift is there, we don't need to.
We don't need that. The ladies are watching just to see a glimpse of their queen, Taylor. So we've gotten some fellas in, and I think we might have gone too close to the sun with the Kendrick Lamar. I did. I thought that Usher one last year was great too. I thought that was a lot of fun.
I did like the Usher one.
And the other thing, Kendrick also he doesn't have a lot of hits that are just him. Most of his hits are him featuring on other albums, or like he had SZA there. Why didn't they do that song that was like? All the stars are dude.
I've heard he's hit a few women.
And that they did. No, but they did do All the Stars.
Oh, did
Yeah,
they?
did we all
that was a
just
good
decide
one.
to forget
It's
that
honestly
Kendrick?
kind of saved the performance.
Get Taylor
Like,
Swift down there and do Bad Blood. That would have been cool.
Yeah, that would. Yeah,
She's-
they should have done
She's
that.
already there. Just get like
Yeah.
all the
That would have
celebrities. who-
fucking sucked.
Yeah,
That would
I
have
just think
sucked.
it would have been better than him doing Euphoria and everyone being like, "What is this?" Which I love Euphoria, by the way. It's one of my favorite.
I think a good run through fucking Good Kid, Mad City would have done really well. Maybe I'm biased because I just
No,
love
you're
that
right,
fucking
but-
album.
it would have been better, but I just think a good Super Bowl halftime show like should just be the broadest fucking thing that you can possibly
For
do.
the broads.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, for the broads, like Usher was great last year because I was like, everyone knows those songs, especially in our age bracket.
You,
And then
you
brought out
almost
Lil
have to
Jon and
get if you're
Ludacris
not
and-
gonna do a band, you almost have to go pop with it.
Or I think Usher and Dr. Dre were. Or Dr. Dre, I think everyone if they book any more rappers, Dr. Dre should be the template where it's like 6 or 7 guys doing their biggest song and they're all
An
celebrities.
ensemble.
I think you got but I do think we are leaving out one big part of this booking, and like what we're doing right now at the point of it was this one was very much trying to capture a meme, which they haven't really done before. They were trying to capture.
Oh yeah, they were going for that one shot of Kendrick smiling.
Yeah.
That were all.
Oh.
They wanted to be the #1 trending thing on Twitter, which it was, and they
Yep.
wanted us to be talking about it for a week.
That's a great point because you know who would have fucking been there right beside Kendrick if it wasn't for a little coin accident.
Who?
A coin accident?
Like Haley Welch.
I don't even. Thank you for saying her actual name.
Oh, Talk Tua.
They would have went to her like 20 times, and
I
here's
was like-
Hawk Tua enjoying the Super
Oh, I
Bowl.
thought you were saying like
doing
Super
an dog
Mario.
whistle. I was like, Drake?
Yeah, like who had a coin?
Oh no,
okay.
I can't come in today. I had a devastating coin accident.
So-
The chat
Yeah.
knew what I was talking about.
But yeah, you have to. Yeah, I think you gotta be looking at it through that perspective of like how much online engagement there was, and because even hate is good from the perspective of why they booked it.
I
you
get
know
it.
what?
I mean,
you know what would have been better
What?
if fucking the Costco guys show up and did we bring the boom?
Yeah, that would be cool.
You know who would have done that? Kanye would have brought out the Rizzler for sure.
Let's do a Super Bowl halftime show that's just like
The boom over and over
prior
again.
years meme retrospective. Like just bring out
Yeah.
all the memes from last year.
Yes, dude.
That
Maybe
dude,
some
a
old-
dank
maybe some
meme
old
Super
hits
Bowl
for the older
halftime show.
generation. Bring out the gerbil that's like dramatic. Bring
Although
out
Oh yeah, let's go back. Yeah, let's go back all the way through
Star
the
Wars.
years.
Bring out Numa Numa. Quite
Bring out
frankly.
Charlie Bit My Finger. Bring them out as adults.
Bring out Newman.
Bring out Newman. Bring Kramer.
Numa
Do,
Numa, Newman.
Do the 55. They can do a song.
Yeah, bring out the Saw Dude. Yeah, bring Saw Dude in the Super Bowl.
Just have the Lonely Island on, but they can only do Lazy Sunday.
Yeah,
Bad Luck Brian. He's just in a wheelchair in gray at this point.
You know what?
that's a
Lonely
really
Island-
good idea, dude. A dank meme Super Bowl halftime show.
That would be amazing.
And
No.
If we will, if
Well,
that will
sure.
happen once
Yeah.
Gen Z or Gen Alpha are in our age, because they're pandering to millennials lately, because I guess that's how old we are now with these halftime shows. It used to be for our parents, but it's finally for us. But once we've aged out of that, it's gonna be like they're gonna wheel out a 50-year-old Rizzler who by that time will look like Don Vito from Viva La Bam.
It would be funny too for them to do the dank meme halftime show and then everybody complains about it. Like all the old people are like, what the fuck was any of that? And
Yeah.
then you go, no, man, you weren't looking deeper into it. You
Yeah,
didn't
right.
see the message behind it.
Yeah.
You don't. Sorry, it's just like you have to be real hip to understand the Skibbity toilet cameo at the very end.
But I've said this before that in especially
By the way,
Super
Dan,
Bowl-
just to catch you up, we think Skibbity toilet looks like Sam Morrill.
oh yeah, the Skibbity toilet guy looks like Sam Morril.
There's a guy on X going fucking crazy that will not.
I just ignore him now.
He wants Skibbity toilet every time. All the time.
He's some like Dabbleverse guy. He's never been like mean, but I do have to ignore him.
He likes
Yeah,
something that
that's-
we do. So
That's the problem with courting the Dabbleverse. Pause is those people just
Yeah.
mentally ill 48-year-olds.
That's the problem with like courting anybody on the internet is like you just have to like keep an arm's distance from like
Right.
a lot of people because they even if they're well intentioned, it can
Yeah.
still be like toxic. So you just have
Well,
to,
that's why Lev Fur, I think, has the right idea because he's food courting an audience.
that's true. Well, Robbie, I mean, I guess you could also say about me, man. Like, I'm not.
Well,
I'm no
you
slim chicken.
should take. Honestly, I think you should take a couple pages out of Lev's cooking book or his menu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're on
I
your
should-
fitness journey, Dalton.
I
I saw
am
you
a-
trying the orange creamsicle Coke the other day.
Dude, that shit was good, man. That's a good soda. The orange cream Coke Zero is a delectable fizzy beverage with 0 sugar, so it's basically a health tonic.
Is it especially colored after our freaking president?
Oh yeah, it's the Trump second administration's
Right.
special, in celebration of Trump. No, I don't know. It's just it's some new Coke thing.
Celebration of Trump.
It's
Did you guys hear the
cream.
friggin' Cheeto was in the stands at the Super Bowl? Can you believe it?
I saw.
Oh, yeah.
Man, New Orleans was about trumpets. Now they're about Trump. It's like, what happened?
Dude, the Trump supporters should be called Trumpettes.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now remembering that was a tag to one of my jokes. I forgot what it was, but at some point it goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, the trumpets," and like he has a group of rockettes who are just going, "Dude, dude, dude," like they sound like him.
Yeah, but no, the orange cream Coke Zero is very tasty. It's not what I would call an all day Coke. It's not something I could drink all day, which I guess you're not supposed to do anyway with any soda, is drink them all day. But as somebody who probably drinks like, anywhere from 4 to 8 Coke Zeros a day, I wouldn't do that I would not do that with the orange cream Coke Zero, but it is.
I'll be right back.
Please tell me that's not true.
Do you think it's like it's something that would like win sip test, but it's not really like the thing that you're supposed to drink the whole thing, like the regular Coke?
It's a great treat. It's a great you drink one and you go, I've had my fill for the day of orange cream Coke Zero. Whereas like regular Coke Zero, that's basically like my baseline hydration for the day. That's what I'd be drinking until my pee gets too dark, and then I say, okay, I need to have a glass of water now. So that's how I maintain my health.
You gotta knock that off, man. That's insane.
No sugar. It's like a health tonic.
Is it working?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a cherry Coke Zero.
Dude, those are good.
Those
are
amazing. What's that?
Dalton's wearing the shades because his eyeballs are yellow right now.
Yeah, I am John.
Michael Jordan in The Last Dance.
Just radiating orange.
That's when I took it personally.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to like be more. I'm trying this new thing. I'm like trying to be more mysterious. Trying to implement more mystery into my life. So it's like, I'm in the void right now. I'm in some kind of limbo with my, you can see the room I'm in.
I'm so bad.
I got the hood. I basically don't exist.
Yeah, your last memory was at a Fiasco, Dalton. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
Rowie, I did a podcast with Rowie, and I brought up Dalton. He's like, "Man, I saw that guy. He was doing a Dan Wickes show." And which some commenters who watched it laughed.
Oh yeah,
Dan Wickes came up out of nowhere.
Yeah, all I know is the Fiasco. That's the only memories I have are of the Fiasco.
They should rename San Francisco San Fran Fiasco.
Yeah. Oh, I was to put a button on football. I was gonna say, because I've mentioned this before. Because this was something
laces. They don't need buttons.
That's true. This was something Sal and I dove into on Corn-Fed. That
you tackled the topic.
We tackled the topic of the old pigskin. Yeah. We did.
My wife had that. She needed moisturizer.
We did a deep dive investigation of football, and especially with the Super Bowl, in terms of like the ratio of the actual sport being played to just everything else, it's the biggest scam in the country.
No, that's a thing. It got so pumped up by America, and it's only big here because of the commercial breaks.
Because if the average football broadcast, which is about 3 hours total, within that 3 hours, there's on average 11 minutes of football that's actually played.
What?
Yeah,
That's
most
great.
of
That's wild. Actually,
most of a football broadcast is just like, they cut to like Terry Bradshaw doing whatever he's doing, talking with the guys.
I'd rather watch Terry Bradshaw than Terry Bradshaw.
I would rather, I do. I switch it over to Sex in the City during the halftime.
I'm like, sacks on the field. Get me Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the game would suffer greatly if the guys didn't have a little break after they hit each other.
Sure, it's such a high intensity sport for sure. But I just mean like like the actual action on the field, like the ball snaps and there's a play happening, that totals up to about 11 minutes total.
But
most
that
of
is kind of why it's fun to watch on TV and get together, because it is a time suck,
Yeah.
Pause. Basketball, there are actually very few commercial breaks in basketball.
Yeah, because basketball is more kinetic. They're constantly moving.
Right.
So
Dalton Connect.
Dalton Connect, yeah.
He's a crazy ass white boy.
Definitely not me, dude.
he's a crazy ass white boy.
He's a crazy ass white boy.
How's that make it a scam though? It's not like you're paying for the game. You just watch the game.
I don't know. Hey, look, time is money, and so if I'm investing my time into the football game, then I am in a way paying for it.
Football is designed for television. I think it's way better on TV than live.
Yes.
Meanwhile, baseball, I will never watch a game on TV. Live, that's a nice time.
Baseball live is awesome. Yeah.
Dan, how would you rank the sports? Because Dan's a sports head. I don't know if you know this.
How much time in baseball is the ball actually in fucking play? That's the fucking scam. They're just sitting there scratching their ass for fucking 2 hours. They're not doing
bang
shit.
For your buck, the best one's probably hockey. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if you're thinking about like action happening on the field, that's where it kind of makes sense when people say like soccer is the world's most popular sport. I mean, we don't fuck with that shit here.
Yeah, because no one scores. Fuck that.
But like a soccer match is just constant running back and forth up and down the field. So like even though they're not scoring that much, there's always like something happening.
High intensity athletics and action, yeah.
Yeah. So it's there's a lot of movement.
They value defense more than offense, and Americans just do not fuck with that. Like a lot of people say they want defense in basketball, but the big defensive teams are fucking awful to watch, in my opinion.
No, we want spectacle. We want action.
People would rather watch like just like fucking a guy barely try but like sink a ton of shots.
Honestly, I'd rather watch like Mission Impossible 3.
That's fair too. I tried Day of the Jackal today.
I think soccer is more popular around the world because they're all broke and it's so easy to just throw somebody a soccer ball and set up 2 little poles and play a fucking game.
Yeah.
That is actually a big reason why, Crack. It's the most accessible game of all the
And that's
games.
why basketball is probably second, because you can put a little fucking milk crate up on a tall thing and just shoot into it.
That's exactly right. Basketball is like one of the most it's the most popular American sport internationally.
If you try and play football with less than fucking 14 people, you get tired in 30 seconds. You can't do it.
Football is fucking crazy to set up and play.
You can't play football out on the blacktop.
You need to get so many people together. You need like a good coach or someone to call the plays and stuff too. And there's all this equipment and gizmos and gadgets and doodads. Whereas basketball is just 5 guys in a hoop.
Yeah.
A Gen Z boss in a mini.
Dan, I actually did have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
And I would like everybody, we'll get to some super chat soon. Anybody in here who has, we don't know when we'll have him back, if ever. So if you have a question for Dan Wickes, super chat us.
This might be your only chance.
And we will ask him that question. But I have a question.
Yeah.
Webster's Dictionary defines a fiasco as a complete failure or disaster. How would Dan Wickes define a fiasco? Dan?
I mean, who am I to disagree with Merriam-Webster?
That's a great point.
That's a great point, Dan.
Every other week,
that's that humility that we love.
every other week I go I hit up 20 of my friends, like literally between battlers and judges and hosts, saying, "How would you like to be part of a cataclysmic failure?" And for some reason, they say yes.
Hey man, stage time is stage time.
Hey, it's good stage time, you know.
They'll be like, well, at least he's honest. Because this is what Laughing Buddha should have told me I was doing.
Honestly, when I booked the first show, it literally was like the idea was, how do I book a show where the room is full before even one audience member shows up?
That's very smart.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. And now it's like
using your
like,
noggin there.
Yeah, but now
it is part of the roast battle. I try to tell people, I'm like, it gets a lot of views online. I'm not just going to do a bar show, guys.
Does everybody's intro to the stage have to be Lupe Fiasco? Like the show just starts and oh, if you are what you say you are. I'll go. If I'm ever in New York, I'm going.
I would love that.
Game.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not going. Never mind. Sorry. Does Ray get on stage?
Great show. I endorse this Fiasco. I endorse.
When I did a show recently with Ray DeVito, and he asked if he could wear my ring, so I gave him a ring, and he performed in my ring, and it was the best set I've ever seen him have.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
He's like Gollum.
And he was making jokes about like wearing. He was making jokes about wearing my rings, and then when he got off stage and he realized I was just at the show, I wasn't on. He's like, "Oh, why don't you tell me you weren't on the show? I feel like such an asshole now."
Show everyone your rings, Dan.
Yeah, I'm just wearing two right now.
You're only wearing two.
Oh yeah, Dan's getting in the rings.
This is the ring cam.
Yeah, I got the Doom one on my index finger, and then I got this Celtic one that my sister got me on my ring finger.
So did those offer any sort of like defense buffs or ward against like poison?
Yeah, they're plus 3 charisma because girls love them.
Okay,
do girls like them?
Of course.
Really? Those are supposed to get rings?
Most girls don't like them, but certain girls like them.
Okay, there we go, Dan.
That's because if they act up, you're putting a fucking.
I was like, what kind of girls are we talking? How deep into Bushwick do you have to go?
Gotta go to the Puerto Rican side. Gotta go to the Puerto Rican Bushwick.
These. Girls like these beads a lot. And they'll always be like, why do you have them? And I'm like, pop a color. And they're like, ooh.
How do either of you fellas know what the girls like?
What's that?
How do either of you fellas know what the girls like? I gotta ask.
They tell me once again, I went on a date last night.
What's his name?
Yeah, you didn't tell us his name.
Not again.
How'd that go?
Dude, it was great. I brought her back, and out of nowhere, she also mentioned that her favorite Austin Powers was Goldmember, and we threw it on and watched probably way too much of it before hooking up. Like we got almost to the end of it.
Yeah, that's a terrible hookup movie. You got to throw on some shit you don't give a fuck about. Put on Lakeview Terrace.
I was just so excited that a girl said her favorite Austin Powers was also Goldmember.
Wait, so you took a girl back to your place, watched most of Goldmember, and then she still hooked up with you?
Guess what I put on before that, but changed.
Goodfellas?
Joker Folia do.
Damn, dude. I'm curious as to like how much of these dates are like this is like a Tyler Durden kind of thing where it turns out you were just like fingering yourself.
His name is Robbie Goodwin.
Yeah, his name is
Tony
Goodwin.
Casino.
I'm so bummed about Tony Casino.
By the way, hold on. Before we get into how much Adam Ray sucks, there's a question for Dan here. There's a super chat that this is very pertinent from Scotty MTL. I have a question for Dan. Show me the 1099s. Show me the 1099s.
Dan, do you have your 1099s?
Dan, can you produce your 1099s?
No. Does that mean you think I'm paying Robbie when he comes out? No chance.
Wait, Dan, have you done enough like independent like contractor work, whether it's like tweeting or getting Venmo payments that you have 1099s?
I've had think I put one into the pair, although they just stopped paying comedians, so now that's like doesn't matter anymore.
This, by the way, this is a reference to Kevin Brennan shouting at Dave Smith, "Show me the 1099s."
Kevin is on to something though. Kevin's on to something with that though, because it's like in terms of like getting paid enough to just doing like whatever, like whether you're trying to like do stand up or make money on the internet, to actually get paid enough for them to send you a 1099 it's like that's such a difficult milestone to achieve.
It is, yeah. I think it is a different milestone to achieve, but I also think that,
which it's like $600. It's like, yeah, I think you have to make like $600 in the year.
Yeah, no, I didn't have to like fill out a 1099 until we started the Loud Boys.
Yeah,
then it was
so
like I'd ask my dad like, what do I do here?
Yeah. So it really goes to show you,
like, I know I've been telling you for years that I'm doing good in comedy, but
yeah, it really goes to show you how much of like entertainment, following your dreams, comedy, whatever it may be, is just such a fucking delusion and stupid. Like so many people think they're doing it, but then it's like, well, show me the 1099s. Have you made enough in a year? Have you made at least $600 in the last year that the government wants to know about it? Because if not, then you're merely a hobbyist.
If you're not making enough money that the government is like, we're good, it's like, all right, man, I guess this is. But and also when you count in like the travel cost and like you end up spending a bunch of money at the bar, it's like if I became a millionaire from comedy, I might not have made net money. I might have still spent way more money than I made.
It's really it's really not cost effective to follow your dreams. It's such a fucking because at every turn there's somebody trying to scam you. So you just have to get scammed in order to even pursue what you want to do. Like you have to pay somebody to do something.
Look, man, that's the Devin Costa of doing business. You know,
it is the Devin Costa of doing business.
Dalton, could you please, if you would, do me a favor?
Yeah.
Could you please switch your background back?
Why? What's wrong?
Every time I look at the screen, I can only look at you because you're so bright.
All right.
I made my screen like this in protest of the Black halftime show. If they made my screen black, I can make my screen white.
Yeah, that just feels like how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Well, now you look like a billionaire.
Yeah. Dalton started the Billionaire Podcast Network.
Yes, I am the founder. And
do the tags, Dalton. Come on.
But the Billionaire Podcast Network. Did you fill her up? I figured I gotta get a mix. I gotta get a mixer so I can do the soundboard and all that. No,
it's funny. I think it's funnier when you like make yourself do it just because you said the Billionaire Podcast Network.
And it's the Billionaire Podcast Network is real. It exists. We're building an empire. We are succeeding. I mean, I got sent to 1099. I got 1099s.
No, things are going good. I mean, I've started streaming again, and I'm like, it is crazy. I do make more money off one of these streams than like a month of comedy, like doing stand-up.
Yeah, I mean,
which is to say about $30.
everybody be talking about like how difficult it is now, and it's so hard. People are black pilling, right? But now more than ever, there's so many opportunities that you just have to. You just got to go like, fend for yourself, and figure it out. But there are like boundless opportunities now to make a lot of money being a fucking moron.
Yeah, that's what Jack Nicholson said at the top of The Departed. He was like, "The money's out there, you just gotta take it."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
He also said the N-word right before that.
He does say the N-word.
Because that advice is things he learned, or things that a certain kind of person doesn't that's what the Kendricks don't understand. Money is out there.
Yeah, the Costco guys should be like everybody's North Star. It's like all these fucking everybody's talking about like all these like even the software jobs are drying up. Like all these everybody who did the thing where they got the computer science degree and now they can't find a job. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, the paradigm is shifting. So it's like you did, you worked hard, you did software engineering, that did well for a while. Now it's time to.
I think that is Dan's job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Look at
I got my hours cut.
Yeah, exactly. Look at it. He Dan Wickes, the Mr. Fiasco himself, prostrates himself before the court of the Crowder boys.
Even our finest, most educated autists are getting their computer programming hours cut. The hell? People said learn to code. They were wrong.
They would, dude. That, Dan, you got to be pissed, man. Everybody told you to learn to code, and you were like, okay.
Yeah,
and
for real.
You learn to code, and now look at you. They're cutting your fucking hours like you're a Target cashier.
Yeah.
You guys must feel like the biggest. I mean, they probably don't, because they're just saying it to troll like journalists or whatever. But there is some karmic justice that was like not just bad advice, like very immediately bad advice.
Speaking of taking money, we've been taking all these people's money in here.
Mm-hmm.
We got C Dumps gifted us 10 memberships.
Woo, 5, I think. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's two fives. I'm looking at it right here, Robbie. I got this.
Sorry.
Just trust me. Robbie's third cousin says shout out Mocha Dog. Shout out Gizmo.
Shout out
Dog.
Dog.
Shout out Sumo Dog. Shout out Enzo. A lot of dogs.
A lot of dogs, man. Enzo Dog. What dog is that?
Like the
Never
wrestler?
heard of Enzo Dog. Yeah, like Enzo Amore. He stinks.
Damn, there's so many dogs. It's like the fucking pound, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It is the pound.
Turn it into a damn petting zoo.
Wait, is that Lev's show?
The pound.
Yeah.
It was his show, but he lost it,
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
and then he gained it.
And then
I don't know. Something about him being fat.
you were close. I got the vibe
got
was there.
He gained the pound.
Yeah,
you
the
got
vibe was there.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah, it's the first bit we've ever done on this that doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, by the way, everybody, Peter's here.
Oh, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hold on.
I really want to. No, put Dan Wack back.
Oh,
I love
sorry.
Fiascos.
Hold on.
I get into so many myself. Dan, remember the time Prince and you and me met Lupe Fiasco?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up.
No follow up.
Wait, were we supposed to do a cutaway?
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes I just run into an old friend and want to make conversation.
Now, Peter, what's that?
I think remember when is actually the highest form of conversation.
I do too, Peter. I'm glad you said that. I'm curious. What is that button that you're wearing?
Oh, it says Irish power.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
It's not racist if it's a specific country. I'm one of them Irish Americans who are really just a drunk Boston guy, but acts like I have culture or a heritage.
What did Prince sound like? I'm trying to think of a Prince impression.
1999.
Hello, Peter.
Yeah, you either have to do the deepest voice possible or the highest
Yeah.
voice possible.
Well, let me think. It's like hello,
You
Peter.
don't have to be rich to bumblebee.
Do you have a moment to hear about the Lord our Jehovah and the Watchtower?
That's Paul Mooney.
I don't know. I'm trying to
We've
think
really
of a Prince.
proved that none of our bits are nonsense.
I don't know. Well, I forgot. I know Prince when he spoke, he had a very deep. He was like a very whatever. He was a Jehovah's Witness. Hey folks, that's the joke. He's a Jehovah's Witness.
How about? I think I got this though. How about Prince O'Neill? And he goes, "You don't have to be rich to be my boss."
Prince.
Prince O'Neill. Okay.
Damn. Prince.
I don't know a lot of Prince songs. I find him a little overrated.
That's a wild take.
Yeah, he's
I know
pretty
not a lot of
That
people
is-
like it.
That's pretty crazy, right? I mean, Prince is
So
not. He actually genuinely was a genius.
Okay, maybe not overrated. I just don't. It doesn't resonate with me as
Prince
much.
is sort of like Kendrick, where it's like there's a lot of people who don't know his music, so they go, I think Prince is overrated because he doesn't have he only has like a couple hits, but if you dig into his catalog, he's got amazing
But that's
music.
not even. He had so many hits.
Yeah,
He had a ton of hits. Girls like Prince more than I remember when Bowie and Prince died around the same time.
Comparatively, I wouldn't say he had a lot of hits.
Prince had a lot of hits.
He had a lot of notable songs.
Purple Rain as an album was all hits.
Yeah.
Like none of those songs were not.
All right, Robbie's arguing against himself now.
I'm saying like I appreciate Prince. He's obviously an incredible artist. His halftime show was fucking good.
He also is.
I just don't really. I wish it did more for me. It's a little like Bob Dylan, you know. I'm like,
no, Bob Dylan sucks.
Yeah, like,
Prince is like a musical.
Don't compare Prince to a hack like Bob Dylan.
Yeah, for real, Bob
Dylan does suck.
Bob Dylan fucking blows, dude. It's that's one of the guys.
I'm singing.
Never mind.
Songs.
I forgot Prince did bat.
Sing.
I forgot Prince did bat dance. He's the goat.
I love the Prince Michael Jackson story about Bad.
What was that?
So Michael Jackson wanted to do it because Prince and Michael Jackson were like both the biggest names in pop. He wanted Prince to be on Bad for it to be a duet. And Prince was like, no, absolutely not. You can just do the song by yourself. And the main reason he gave was the first line of Bad is, your butt is mine. And he was like, who's singing that to who?
Is that really the first line?
Yeah, the first line is, your butt is mine. And Prince is like, I'm not singing that to you. And you're sure as hell not singing that to me.
Now who's making blanket statements, guys?
I like how that conversation between one dude was telling another dude like, yo, that shit's kind of gay, and they were both just the gayest looking guys possible. Sitting there having
I will say that does bring.
By the way, why did Prince call his Batman song "Bat Dance" and not "Purple Bane"?
Did Bane even exist at that point?
Bane's been, he was more like a luchador kind of guy.
No, in 1989, I don't know if Bane was even
if he existed, was he like popular yet?
He definitely if Bane existed, it was definitely a character nobody knew about.
If Bane existed, I'd be freaked out because Bane is scary.
I think Bane is like one of the 90s
guys I've ever seen in my entire life.
Who do you guys think are some of the scariest guys?
The Joker is one of the scariest guys. Bane also.
That guy from the Terrifier thing, that's a scary guy.
Robbie, this completely decimates your joke. Your joke is built on a no foundation now. Just a completely faulty premise because the first appearance of Bane was Batman Vengeance of Bane #1, January 1993. So
okay, well, but you know what, Dalton? Some of us like to party like it's 1999. So by Prince logic, Bane was real. Checkmate.
So Prince should have known about Bane in 1989.
I'm Peter. I win. I have a force field. My trivia was right, not yours.
Ooh, we got a 420 from Sean from Pittsburgh. Everybody blaze up in the chat.
Blaze up.
The man, the myth, Dan Wickes in the fucking flesh.
I love
Hell yeah. Everybody's really fired up.
You don't know how beloved you are on this show, dude. We already got a t-shirt with your face on it that you will see none of the profits from.
By the way, Dan was probably expecting our commenters to be a lot meaner just because of, I don't know. You ever read the Loud Boys comments?
No, the Crowder Boys is like the next evolution. Everybody that tunes in here is cool. They're chill. They're good people.
Yeah, they don't even have to hope that we think they're cool. We think you're cool and we think you're chill.
Yeah, this show has done a great job of filtering out the riffraff by demanding money from people. So,
yeah,
in doing that, we get just the coolest, chillest audience.
Yeah, we get out of the riffraff. We welcome the Zach Braffs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no.
But Dan, I will say this,
Dan.
Dan, now that you're poor, now that your job is like not paying, that you're getting automated out of a job, have you considered getting rich on meme coins?
I have. If it's still possible, it might be too late. I don't know if I made it into that inner circle of developers where they let you be like in the pre-sales. Like I don't think I would be able to buy the first wave of Haktua coin.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, well, even with Hawk 2, there was probably a sweet spot that you could have gotten in and out and made a bunch of money.
Sweet
But-
spot.
Yeah, sweet spot. But yeah, I mean, I've had some success. I've made thousands of dollars and lost all of it on meme coins. So if you could do the first part,
Yeah, I know a
And
dude paid off his wedding from meme coins.
yeah, it's possible. So that's a good, that's something you could do. Just like take a part of your paycheck that's now less than it's ever been, and put it toward meme coins every 2 weeks. So that's that's one way to make.
Are you
this
thinking
is
about it
financial
for-
advice?
I mean, I could see Dan getting into crypto for sure. You seem like you'd be into it, honestly.
Yeah, I own some, but I didn't buy enough of it, and I also wasted money. Like I bought a bunch of NBA Top Shots, which are now worthless.
What are
What is
those?
NBA Top Shots?
They're like they're
Howard
NBA
In his
NFTs.
ass?
They're digital trading
it?
cards. It was a terrible. Yeah, I wasted a lot of
Oh,
money.
like NFTs, but for the NBA.
Yeah.
A few of the players are super into Bitcoin, and like some were running, like Spencer Dinwiddie was running NFT scams, I think.
He was trying to get paid in Bitcoin. De'Aaron Fox was doing a NFT thing.
That's
but his
right.
His was a scam. I think he just like scammed
Yeah,
it.
he was like the one guy who was like, it was a true scam,
Yeah.
which is crazy. He
That was
seemed like a
right
nice
after
guy.
I think it happened right after the Halliburton trade too. So everyone was like, "What the fuck?
So fun.
This is the guy we kept."
I know, and now he's just gone.
Yeah.
Like he's just gone.
Yeah.
That guy is. They used to be called Darren Snake.
Hmm.
His shoes are fun though.
Because
Have
of
you
his
seen
penis?
shoes? Yeah, I assume. He
You
actually
fellas
talks
like
like
basketball, do you?
he talks like a white guy. He's one of those. He's like, I don't know. I just really the game just got away from us. Like I did not expect him to sound like that.
Oh, I have news. I ate at Wendy's yesterday.
On your
Whoa.
health journey,
Yeah, this just
Tell us
in.
what happened.
This just in. I ate at Wendy's, and you're not gonna believe this, but the hold on. What happened?
it's
What
the
happened?
Wendy's corner, Dalton.
Am I
We hear
frozen?
you, but you're frozen in cool mode.
Okay, I'm frozen in cool. Well, anyway, as long as everybody can hear me.
POV, you're a girl at a Bushwick bar after Dalton had a good set.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta refresh my thing. So I'll be right. I'm gonna
What
hit
you
the.
getting into tonight?
I got too close to the truth with this Wendy's talk. But I gotta hit refresh, and then you gotta let me back in. Hold on.
Yeah, you got shut down by Big Wendy. Is NBA your favorite, Dan?
Yeah, NBA and MLB.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh,
So-
Dan is rising the ranks in the Crowder boys. He's at the
Extreme.
top now. Welcome to
Yeah.
the top, Dan. Feels good, doesn't it?
Yes, it
Because
does.
I'm considering getting this shoe. Question: is it okay to wear basketball shoes when you're not playing basketball?
Jesus Christ!
The fuck are you gonna wear that with?
This
He's
looks like the fucking slam dunk Ernest shoe.
Okay,
Actually does.
That's supposed to make me not want it more.
Yeah, that's actually a point for the shoe.
Yeah, I guess that actually makes it more cool. This
I think
is
I
one of the
would-
most gaudy ghost fucking shoes I've ever. What
What
is
about
this?
this one?
These are Fox,
Oh,
and these are part of Curry's line, right?
Yeah, that's Steph Curry's line, but they're De'Aaron Fox's shoes.
Yeah.
do you make them in a color that you can wear with anything that you have in your closet?
Yeah, man, these things look so stupid.
They look like a
yeah,
pack of gum.
this is my problem. Like, do I think this is cool, or
Do you think it's chill?
Do you think it's chill? Because I
Yeah.
just love loud bullshit, or is it
Buzz
actually
Lightyear ass bullshit?
I was like, oh, like I was like really like, all right,
The
120
yellow
not too
and
bad.
black, you might be able to make the yellow and black work if you were like a Pittsburgh fan.
I do think this is probably the most wearable.
Oh well, you're Warriors, so you might be able to make that one work.
Oh yeah, and it's a Curry show. Let's
I'd
go.
rather it be black with yellow accent, but
Yeah.
oh, I see now. I know why Robbie wants it. It says unisex.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I went to the University of Sex.
Yeah, Penn
Also, they
State.
should have named these the Tiger Woods because they're black and yellow,
Black and
Nice.
yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
or the Wiz Khalifas.
Hell yeah.
Anyway,
dude.
thanks for
You
the honest feedback, folks.
gonna pull the trigger on those?
Try to look cool.
would
Dude,
like-
if
I
I bought some candy that looked like those shoes, I'd be excited.
Yeah.
Those shoes look, they look like they make for a fun like icy at the
Bubblicious looking.
Yeah.
I really
ranch.
just want basketball shoes that I can play on outdoor. I can use to play on outdoor courts. I got these. They were like $60, but I think they're fun.
Just get some New Balances, dude. It's a perfect fusion of form and function. The new
I like but for their basketball shoes, the Kawhis look cool, but other than that, they're pretty expensive. The
What
New
are those
Balance-
flip flops?
The Kawhi, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, extra. This just
When you wear them, you say "Island Vibes," and it throws off the defense.
This is the
Hell
big
yeah.
news. I ate at Wendy's yesterday.
Oh, we're going. Crowder Boys are now going to their Wendy's correspondent. Dalton.
Yeah, going. It's just in. I
This
had
is
Wendy's
This
yesterday.
is the Wendy zone.
Yeah,
This is sponsored by Gatorade.
yeah, and I went into the Wendy's. I wanted to eat at Wendy's. Wanted to treat myself to a nice dining experience. And guys, it's getting real depressing out there. The world we grew up in no longer exists because
This is actually turning into an Andy Rooney segment. This is
Dude,
awesome.
dude, it was really upsetting because, and I guess it's every fast food place is doing this now. You don't actually get to talk to the black people that work there to order your food. Not that they don't want to talk to you anyway, but you have to go to like a touch screen to order everything. And so you have to like interact with some like fucking computer to order all your food, which like I'm technically savvy enough to know how
Dan
to
would
work
love,
the
so-
yeah. Like Dan probably would thrive at eating at a Wendy's. But,
I love the less communication with a person, the better.
I kind of
well, but hold on, and I'll get to the issue with that in a
I've
minute.
never had a great time talking to one.
I'll get to why this is a problem here in a second, because it sounds like it would streamline the process. You don't have to deal with like some fucking angry fat black lady who doesn't want to talk to you anyway. You just push the button and then they mispronounce your name and you grab your food. But here's the problem. Like, I'll say this: like I'm tech savvy enough that I can navigate the Wendy's touch screen. So if
What
there's
if
any
a dolphin?
Hey, Colin,
Where the fuck dolphin at?
yeah, where Dolphin? Where you at? Your food ready?
And then she scoffs at you as you ask for 2 sweet and sour sauces.
So that's the thing.
the dolphin got the fish sandwich. What is it, cannibal?
Because that's the thing is I ordered like enough food that I could eat there, and then I wanted to take my chili home. So I ordered my burger, my fries, my Frosty. I'm dining in on that, and then the chili is to go. That's for later.
Oh, so in your case, chili today, chili tamale.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And
What do you do next, Colin? You go to Chili's and order the Wendy? I mean, what are you doing?
Okay, I'll say that a staple of the Wendy's menu is the chili.
Oh, so now we're going to Staples too. What the
And
fuck is
I
going?
go to Staples to order burgers.
Yeah, you're going to Chili's to get a stapler. You go to Staples to get a fucking chili.
Yeah, I
And,
go
you
to.
know, and then you're out here giving these, saying your name is Dolphin, and
Yeah, I go to Wendy's and I'm like, "Do you have any copy toner?"
yeah, it's back. Where's the back to school section?
No, I'm at Wendy's. I get the mushroom bacon, the new thing,
Ew.
the mushroom bacon burger. I get fries. I get a Frosty for the drink because I want to dip the fries in the Frosty. It's a great sweet.
That
and
is
savory.
that is an incredible move.
It's a great move. Yeah.
Not great for your health journey, though. I will say, Dalton.
No, it's not good for my fitness journey.
When the dip is not tasty enough, like whatever dip, like
yeah,
we need to make the dip
Wendy.
a dessert. Also,
the dip is a dessert. So then I get and then I wanted a large chili to take home for later, and so they the team of
Let's go.
Nice. Sweezy's eating Wendy's. Wendy's is great. Let me start by saying this.
By the way, Wendy's is just one of his fat Latinas he's bringing home to watch gangster.
I'll start by saying this: that at least the food at Wendy's is delicious. It's a good burger.
Underrated, unlike Prince.
I think it's rated right where it should be. The fries are terrible.
I like the square burger. I like the square burger.
The fries I had yesterday weren't bad. They were pretty good. And the square burger is cool. I like it when they do new shapes with food.
Me too.
That's why I like Dino Nuggets.
Squares.
That's why I miss Round Table Pizza. It's a California only chain. They'd make dinosaur pizzas.
That's awesome.
It was cool. They made cool pizzas because pizzas is already cool.
Pizza is cool.
To make it even cooler, it's like you're above and beyond Round Table. It was a medieval themed. It was great.
So Dalton, would you say you like Wendy's?
Say yes, Dalton.
I'll just go ahead and walk around. I'll walk into it. Yes. Wendy's nuts. Thank you.
It was going to be a stolen joke anyway. But...
Wait, Wendy's nuts are in your mouth, Dalton?
Yeah.
Hold on, but I gotta. Here's the bugaboo with Wendy, or rather the
bugs are scary, by the way.
I shouldn't say the other word I'm thinking, considering the employees at Wendy's, but it's not exactly a bugaboo, it's something else. But here's the issue with eating in at a fast food place now is they're all designing it now and getting ready for automation. So you touch the screen and then the folks there, the disenfranchised that work there, make your food.
No, it's a franchise.
It is a franchise. And then they put it on a tray and they call your name and you grab your food, right? But now it's so I guess like there's no emphasis or nobody's like paying any mind to actual human interaction anymore. That everything is like we're distancing ourselves from actually having to interact with the employees. That when you need to, they just like start to fizzle out. Like it's like does not compute.
Right.
They start to go haywire because they gave me the burger and the fries, everything on a tray, and to eat there. So my burger, my fries, my frosty on a tray, and then they gave me another tray with an open container of chili. And so I got to go back to the counter and say, hey, I need a lid and a bag for my chili. And there was just like 4 different shaquandras looking at me with complete scorn and disdain. And no one was like saying anything to me. And I'm like, hello? Anybody? I need a lid and a bag for my chili. And nobody was actually like talking to me or wanting to help me. And I finally was able to somehow get one of them to, I guess I had to use the right, I guess call or whatever for them.
Waddle up and scream, I need chill, because I wouldn't want to talk to you either. It's like, who is this insane person?
Yeah,
I was not acting insane. I went up to the counter and I said hi. I said hi there.
Boy, here it comes. This guy's coming up.
I went up to the counter. I went up to the counter and I said,
"We're gonna have to deal with this fucking guy."
No, it was not. No. I went up to the counter and I said, "Hello there. May I please have a lid and a bag for my chili, please?" And then they're all just walking by me and looking at me and making black people noises at me. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is nobody
enough about the halftime show?
And then somebody finally came up to help me and they gave me a lid and a bag and I said, thank you. And she went, mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know what? You fucking deserve to get paid less. At this point, the life that you're living, working this shitty job at fucking Wendy's, not being able to feed your family, begging the government for food stamps. That's the fucking life you deserve. If this is the attitude you're going to have toward a white man in America, this is the fucking life you deserve, bitch. Enjoy your the last days you get to work at this Wendy's before they replace you with a fucking computer with another word you can't pronounce.
Did you call
that's
Dave
That's
and
the
Wendy?
name of their son, Dalton.
Although this is going to sound very immaterial and like a distraction, but Dalton, you say you order a lot of fast food, right?
Yeah.
Why are you not using the app?
What? I don't know. That's a good point.
You save a lot of money when you use the app.
That is a good point.
All right.
There's an app for
Before we even get to the app, Dalton, did you got it off your chest? Did that feel good?
Well, and I'll say this: the other issue is like I'm tech savvy enough that I can navigate a Wendy's touchscreen, but I do wonder about the other kind of clientele that are going there, maybe like older people or like people like mentally handicapped or whatever. They just start like mashing their greasy fingers on the touchscreen and can't get it to work. Like, what recourse do they have? Because if you go to the counter, good fucking luck getting any one of these people to help you.
Fuck them, man. Fuck those people.
It just feels.
Dalton, let me tell you why you are completely wrong in this situation.
No, I'm not wrong.
Everybody else has figured out that we just want to. Why the fuck would anybody want to sit down and eat in a fucking Wendy's? Nobody wants to. You're the only person who wants to.
I want to sit down. I don't want to fucking eat it in the car. I don't want to.
That is funny. That is also too much to ask. Like, one thing to go, everything else for you.
That's not too much to ask. That's ridiculous. No, this country used to be a good place to live where you
eat from the
that's
bag.
not too much to ask for. I want to eat my burger, my fries, and my Frosty at the Wendy's. I want to take the chili home. That's not complicated. I'm not asking too much. Maybe I'm asking too much.
Everybody else.
If you go to any other restaurant, you're not going to ask to get one of your items in a to-go bag.
So
yes, you would. Yes, that's not an unreasonable request. This is crazy. See, you fucking guys, all y'all, no. All y'all are kowtowing to what these fucking corporations want you to do.
Oh, you're thinking of Lev again.
It's not what the corporations want us to do. It's what we wanted to do. Just go through the fucking drive-thru.
I want to eat at a Wendy's. I want to have a nice meal at a Wendy's.
Why?
And then I want to take my chili home for later. That's
Dalton
not too much to ask.
Dalton was doing this exact speech at the counter.
In a country as wealthy and as opulent as America, it should not be too much to ask that I have a burger, fries, and a Frosty at the Wendy's, and I take my chili home. I should be allowed to do any combination of anything I want to do when it comes to Wendy's, and that shouldn't be too much. That's the America I grew up in. That's the America I want to return to, and that's why we need Elon gutting these federal programs so that we can return Wendy's to its former glory.
Dalton, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How are you dressed when you made this order?
I was in a Klan outfit.
All right, all the normal people have figured out we just want to go through the fucking drive-thru, right? Let's go to the nice place, which is home, not this godforsaken fucking Wendy's that nobody goes in to eat. That's why they're looking at you weird anyway, because nobody goes in there anyway.
They tear the fucking tables out of the goddamn restaurant. Don't have tables and chairs then.
They're for homeless people, dude. And then they're already looking at you like
this is so upsetting to me, dude. I want to eat at a fucking Wendy's. That's my God-given right as a fucking American that I can eat in a Wendy's and I get the service that I desire.
You said your
on
side.
the touchscreen. Why don't you just order one order for here and then start a new order that's to go?
I ordered, but that's the other thing. I clicked the button that said carry out, and I said. Because I knew going in, I said it's gonna be too much to ask for them to give me part of this on the tray and part carry out. So if I get it all carry out, it's all in bags, and I can eat it. I can eat at the Wendy's. I can eat what I want here, and then take the rest to go. Well, they fucked that up, and they gave me everything on a tray. So then I had to go back and ask for a lid and a bag for the chili, and that was like pulling fucking teeth. I had to pulling one of their fucking grilled gold fucking teeth out.
I don't know. All right, let's. I now actually do agree. If you ordered something to go and they gave you for here and you asked for to go stuff and they're not giving you the time of day, that is frustrating.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Back
I
up.
deliberately, I pushed the button that said carry out because I know how to navigate a Wendy's touchscreen.
Why?
It's
are
one
you
of the skills I
sitting
possess.
eating the Wendy's? Why are you trying to eat there?
Because I want my food. I want to eat my food when it's hottest, when it's at its hottest and freshest.
I also kind of feel like you can't be mad that your Wendy's employee is stupid. Like they kind of
Eat in the car, bro. If you're not gonna eat at home, just eat.
Stupid
I don't want to eat in the car. I don't want to eat in the car. I want to eat at the Wendy's.
Why?
Because
Why
I like
would
this.
you
I like
do
to
that?
sit down. I like to be a part of life. I like to be. I like
Also,
to
the problem is
experience.
And this
Even
is
if
what
he
you
did all
got.
that- even if he did all that stuff, they didn't give him the tools to leave the restaurant.
Wendy's gave you the life of Wendy's experience. That's
No,
what they gave
no,
you. That's
no,
what they wanted.
no.
That's what they gave you.
Wendy's.
what Crack is saying is he should have gotten the whole order to go, and then this wouldn't have been a problem.
That's
No,
what
I
I
just
tried to
said-
do.
Never leave your car.
No, you didn't. You tried to get half of it to stay, half of it to
No,
go.
no. You mean no? I clicked the carry out button on the touchscreen. I was gonna get everything in bags and eat what I wanted there at the Wendy's, and then take the rest to go. They put everything on a tray, and then they made it a fucking a whole fiasco to get the to-go bag. This was a fiasco. This was a Windix fiasco.
Bizarre. That's bizarre to hit to go and then not get the whole thing to go.
Yeah.
And then now I'm more on Dalton's side.
I'm not done, by the way.
Okay.
That was just
let's
the first thing
continue.
that was wrong.
Continue.
So you walk in, they're already like, who the fuck is this fat white boy? Why is he coming in here? Everybody else going through the drive-thru. Because they are. And then you go to order on the thing, and then they look and they see chili, and they're like, nobody's ordered chili in 2 fucking months. Now we got to break out the fucking chili packets. We got to heat
No, the
that up.
chili. No. The chili is it's fundamental to the Wendy's menu. The chili is a big part of Wendy's.
You gotta take out a magnifying glass just to see that shit on the menu.
No, the Wendy's has always been known for square burgers, chili, Frosties. Those are the benchmarks, the hallmarks of a Wendy's.
Would you get a baked potato?
All right, now you're getting Hallmark cards at Wendy's. Did you get a Hallmark in order of fucking chili?
And then you had the gall to ask for a lid for it. Now that's your third strike. They already don't give a fuck about their job. You can't imagine the strife that they go through on a daily basis before they even get to Wendy's. And now they got this fat white boy
That's
asking
not
for a lid. For
it's not my fucking problem that the people working at a Wendy's have mismanaged their lives to the point that they're working at a Wendy's.
It sounds like it was
They
your
don't.
problem.
It's not my fucking. Look, I guess I'm turning into a boomer at this point because it's like
You're about to yell, show me the 1099s to the employees.
Show me. Well, it's a W-2 job. Show me the fucking W-2s.
Oh, they might all be part-time with this fucking technology.
Probably. If Wendy's operates like any other major corporation, they're not giving anyone enough hours.
Well, that's the other thing.
They want to give them health insurance.
I think you've proven my mind, Dalton. I do think you're in the right, and I would have been frustrated too. But Dan raised a good point that they are fast food employees, which is the cartoon job that dumb people have.
I would
what I mean?
understand the outrage if this happened at a Longhorn Steakhouse.
Yes. If this happened at Outback, I'm getting a free bloomin' onion.
You're at Wendy's, man. You're in the shit. You shouldn't even walk in that fucking door unless you're about to piss your pants.
I refuse to become complacent with an America that does not meet my standards. This is supposed to be the greatest country on earth, which means that when I go into a Wendy's, I am treated as if that this is the best place to be. You know, you watch the Founder with Michael Keaton. Look at what fast food looked like back then. It was a paradise,
but it wasn't
compared to what it is now.
Time. Like what it is now. Ever since we've been a lot like the America you are hankering for, you've never been a part of.
Every aspect
in
of
the 90s, every sitcom joke was like, "Oh, you're gonna be flipping." They still use the joke. Whenever a basketball player has a bad game, there's like someone does AI of them working at like McDonald's. Like,
sure,
that's the job you go to when you suck at your any other job.
Yeah, I get it. The job sucks. It's miserable. They don't pay you shit.
Burger soon, pal.
That doesn't mean that I have to have empathy for them. Give me what I want.
It's not about empathy. It's about this is just the world that we live in.
No, it's also no. Every nook and cranny of our lives, every fucking aspect of our lives
with the slurs.
is degrading in this country. Everything is diminishing, and I refuse to become complacent with it. I'm going to eat in the fucking Wendy's, and I demand decent service.
I would
have say.
I expect it. I fucking demand it.
I would say that not everything has gotten worse.
By the way, this is a much better Wendy's corner than I ever could have dreamed, by the way.
I think you can't base everything diminishing on your Wendy's experience. I think just the worst shit in the world is just gotten a lot worse. Doesn't mean everything.
If you went to a Wendy's, a Taco Bell, a Pizza Hut, a Jack in the Box, any place 30 in the 90s, 30 years ago, it was a world-class grade A experience. People all over the world dreamed of an American Wendy's back then. Nowadays, it's like I'm in fucking Mogadishu when I go into the Wendy's. I'm dodging fucking.
In all defense, this is basically the first scene of Falling Down, right?
Dude, I'm going full falling down on this shit. I'm so because it wasn't even like I was asking for. I didn't even. It wasn't like my requests were unreasonable, and they still copped a fucking attitude with me and made it so difficult just to get a lid and a bag for my chili.
That is annoying.
I want to take my chili home.
Isn't it ironic that you were worried about your chili getting chili, so you needed the lid?
It is
That's
ironic.
What I think about. But also, look, life, unfortunately, in most cases, is not about like you rarely get the best experience. Most of the time, you have to. It's more about like blocking against the worst thing, kind of. You know, in terms of it's not about like this diminishing returns. It's like how do I prevent myself from having a worse experience than it could be?
You know what you couldn't do in the 90s?
Would you rather have diminishing returns or Dominican returns? You know what I mean? Like these are the kinds of choices you have to make, Dalton.
I think a few of them might have been Dominican. They were working there.
Well, there's your answer, Poppy.
You know what you couldn't do in the 90s?
What?
Have fucking Jack in the Box or Taco Bell or any of these places delivered to your front fucking doorstep.
That is awesome. Yeah.
No, I don't want that either. I'm the kind of person I want to experience life. I want to be an active participant in my own existence. That's why I'm eating at the Chili's. I'm sitting down. I'm taking in the atmosphere. I'm experiencing life.
Saying, like, at the beginning, you're like, I decided to finally leave the house. I want to experience life in all of its forms.
Here's the thing. Most of life is mundanity. Most of life is a series of mundane
fiasco.
It's a mundane fiasco. Most of life is just completing a series of mundane tasks and then you die. If you remove even the mundanity, if you remove just the act of participating in the mundanity of life, you're left with nothing. You're sitting at home waiting for somebody to bring you your Wendy's. I want to go to the Wendy's. Let me be a part of the banality that is existence. Because if you take away even that, even just the little
ass out here, and someone wants a lid.
If you remove even the those little experiences of just like going to a Wendy's and walking in, ordering a burger, sitting down and eating, which is a very mundane experience, which is most of life though. Very little of life are like big, wonderful, amazing, memorable experiences. Most of life is banal, it's mundane, it's boring, but you participate in that. You're a participant of life with those experiences. If everything's relegated to apps and just sitting at home and having things done for you or automating everything, then there's no life left to be lived. And that's and then now the whole world is a Wendy's kiosk.
You want to talk about wasting time?
You're
wasting your time going to the fucking Wendy's, sitting there fucking eating with these people you don't even know. Get it delivered to your door and continue your fucking life the way you're living it.
But it's not a waste of time if I value the experience of eating at a Wendy's.
You just got nothing going on at the crib.
I value the experience of eating inside of the Wendy's. I want to eat at the Wendy's.
You're not long for this
Your
world,
big
man.
anger is coming literally from human error and like human decisions.
No, because so much of the Wendy's process of going and dining at a Wendy's has been automated that's where it's coming from. It's coming from the fact that people are losing the human interaction because they want you to go to the touchscreen and order it, and so you're never connected to the actual ordering process. You order at the touchscreen, they send your name to the thing, they call your name, and you grab your food. You don't have to interact with anybody, and now it's created this situation where human interaction itself has become foreign. It's become this exotic unknown that people are not used to, and that's where these people. That's where the human error comes from in this situation. So it's brought upon by automation and technology and corporations. The human race with technology is like a drunkard with a barrel of wine.
I didn't know you wanted to connect to humanity so much, Dalton.
I'm kind
I
of
just
Yeah, I
want-
think that's bullshit.
I didn't know that you are Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
Why can't Dalton connect? No, I think it's probably more about the lid than anything.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm curious where Crack was going. Like Dalton, what else? Did you go out? Did you go somewhere on? So yesterday you went to Wendy's, right?
Yeah.
What did you do on Monday?
I worked, and I can't remember.
I think Dalton may be addicted to battling with black people because he
Maybe.
spends all day at work. These
Did you
black
see that
people
picture of
killing
me
him out.
outside with the scaffolding?
You know what? Dalton is close to being Kumia posting
dude.
posting the white airline pilot and be like, everything's gonna be a good, nice flight. Like,
How are you gonna work all day
Dalton's gonna
and
take
get
a
chewed out
picture-
by black people all day long, and then you're like, let me go experience life. Let me go where I know that there are these same people that I just got chewed out on the phone by, and just see if I can be nice, bro. You got to understand the world's changing. I don't like it either. Like I feel like it would be cool if you could go into like a fucking one of these fast food places, but you got to just know it's not the way it is. And in this day and age, you got to just make the crib the best place to be. So even if people in the chat are saying like it's too expensive to get the food delivered, okay, so then go to the drive-thru, get home as fast as you can, and get back to fucking chilling. Because that's what life is all about.
If that's what works for you, Craig, I'm going full falling down. I'm rebelling against the. I refuse to become complacent.
He's a cool guy, though.
And if you want to sit down somewhere, it's not like there's nowhere you can go. You're gonna spend a little more money, but go to fucking Chili's, go to Longhorn Steakhouse. You're gonna be happy.
Or like,
and if you're not, then you have a real gripe.
A Chipotle or a salad bar, Dalton. Come on, like
you're not paying these Wendy's people for their service.
Yeah, you know what I do like about the computers is that I can make my gay orders without like being embarrassed. Aren't you embarrassed? Like I can order the meal time.
I'm not gonna feel like I did anything wrong.
You didn't.
I want to eat at the Wendy's. They got tables and chairs. There's a sitting area. There's a whole dining area at the Wendy's. For me, I don't think I'm being unreasonable by saying that I should have a good dining experience at Wendy's. It's not gonna look. Obviously, it's not a fucking
your version of Natalie Cuomo getting mad at the heckler. You have ruined my day. This was supposed to be my meal.
Look me in my eyes.
Wendy's employee.
Dalton with no lid. You are putting out negative energy.
The world is so fucking negative right now, and I'm just trying to get a lid for my chili, and you're being a fucking asshole.
Modernity has made this world so negative, and I want my lid.
Hey, this fat ass white boy trying to get me to look in his eyes.
Dalton just at the counter, just like all the black people not looking at me. Look at me in my eye.
Yeah, I didn't get to succeed as a comedian where I get to have those meltdowns on stage, so I just have to have them at a Wendy's.
Yeah, you're having patty meltdowns, Dalton.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then the black lady's like, "What? You can't handle it? You're gonna be a fat retard. I'm gonna be a fat retard."
Right? Yeah.
I guess hey, you know
I
what?
don't show up to where you work. I guess I did show up to where you work. But
You know what, Dan? That's probably the fairest point that anyone's made here is that I'm a fat retard, she's a fat retard, and that's the ecosystem in which we exist.
Yeah.
It's just a couple of fat retards gawking at each other like, what is going on? Like, what are we doing?
To wrap it up,
I'd be that guy. Like Natalie driving by you, crashing out at her fast food, and be like, at least I didn't do that. At least I'm not that guy.
Dalton,
Yeah.
where I'll
And
agree with
coming on
you,
the stream, Natalie be like, what an idiot.
where I will agree with
Circle
Dalton,
of life.
it is sad the state of affairs of the indoor fast food experience. It is sad, and I do think it should be better in an ideal world.
used to
Dalton
be
is an
way better.
idealist,
Yeah.
but it's just not the way it is anymore. And you just got to expect the exact experience.
It doesn't have to
that
be
you
this
had.
way. It doesn't. It only be this way if we allow it to be this way. If we put our feet down and make our voices heard.
I mean, for a real like example of this, the Dalton, you remember the Burger King on Myrtle Avenue?
So
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna bring that up. Thank you, Dan.
Hollywood Burger King. They got it's gone. They turned into a regular Burger King.
Oh,
that's
such a
so
bummer.
depressing. It's so
So
tragic.
cool. Why would they
Yeah.
do that? It was so
'Cause,
sick.
you know what? For everything that Dalton's complaining about, it's just kind of what it is now. Streamlined things.
Yeah.
Crack, do you know of the Hollywood Burger King?
Nah.
His name was Harvey Weinstein. No, it was like they took it over from like a video store or something like that, and they just like didn't change the interior. So it was like really fucking. It was like you go into the Burger King, and it was just like it was like going.
Like
It was like
pictures of Samuel Jackson on the wall.
it was like kind of like a foreign restaurant where they're trying to like do America. You know,
Did they put the burgers like on the shelves, like tapes?
That'd be
Put
cool.
those burgers
That would be sick.
back on the shelf.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hold on.
What is this?
Oh, so this is the Burger King. Like it had. Whoop. No, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But
See,
that's
this is
it.
what I'm talking about. This is an amazing fast food dining experience. Dude,
Right.
the table is a car.
Yeah. Like
Dude, it's like you're at fucking Jackrabbit Slim's from Pulp Fiction.
yeah, that was such a great Burger King.
Yeah,
man.
but they got to be taxing, right?
What do you mean?
Like they're not just giving you regular BK have it your way prices. They're,
No, it was-
they're,
it
they're
was-
jacking that shit up.
Yeah, it was a normal. Yeah,
It's a
normal
regular ass Burger King, but it was like all Hollywood inside.
There's
It'd be
no-
awesome if it was like actually a good restaurant.
The
Like if
problem
it
is
was
Burger
a Hollywood
King-
cookout, that would be sick.
That'd be cool. That would. I miss themed restaurants. In the '90s, we had Rainforest Cafe, Planet Hollywood, the other ones. Not
They
themes
still
are
have these
used-
places, right?
No, the only Planet Hollywood left is in Vegas, and the only Rainforest Cafe left is in Vegas. Vegas is the last city of the '90s themes, and guess what? It's great.
I'm telling you, there is something to that. I mean,
Well, that's because
like,
what happens there stays there.
there is something to that, like that.
You ever been to the New York casino? It's breathtaking to see the fake Statue of Liberty.
There, that like sort of the thing that I guess like the fucking trad right wing accounts say, where they'll post like a picture of a Taco Bell from 40 years ago and be like, "This is what they took from you."
Oh, yeah.
There is something to that because like everything now is definitely more like sterile. Like everything's
But
like brutalist hospitals.
But who
Like,
took that?
it's like
from
they're
them?
designing it for
Hey,
to be
remember the
so.
Wendy's sunrooms?
It does feel like they're making everything to be so hostile that I guess it's in the interest of like just buy your shit, get in and get out, so we can get as many people through the fucking line as possible. Because if you have a Burger King that's awesome, then you're going to want to hang out there, and that's going to gum up the foot traffic. So if they strip that down and make the Burger King a fucking miserable experience, but it's still Burger King, people want it, you get more people in and out throughout the day. So it's like
In-N-Out's good. In-N-Out's still good.
No,
And
In-N-Out
it's
fucking
And it's
blows,
still
dude.
themed. It
That's
is.
what's
themed.
crazy is the only restaurant that's still like creating a decent experience for the consumer serves dog shit food.
Shut the fuck up, Dalton. You're talking up Wendy's and saying In-N-Out is bad. Get the
I would
fuck
take
out.
Wendy's over In-N-Out. Even with the black people, I'll take Wendy's over In-N-Out any day.
They're both mid. I will say an example is Chick-fil-A, and not. I don't know anybody here from California, New York. Whatever you guys think Chick-fil-A is, forget about it. Because I've had Chick-fil-A in fucking Philly, Las Vegas, New York, and that shit is not the same. You got to go to a Chick-fil-A in the fucking South.
You gotta go, dude. Chick-fil-A in the South is like, dude, you're like running up on a cult when you go to a Chick-fil-A in the South.
It's not that expensive. It's very fast, extremely fast, and they're very polite.
I tried to go to the one in the North Carolina or in the Charlotte airport, and it was so funny because they had like a really good barbecue and like a lot of great options. The Chick-fil-A line, I shit you not, was like an hour-long line.
It's
it was
crazy.
Dude,
if you go to a Chick-fil-A in the South, they have 2 lanes for the drive-thru where it's backing out into the highway. The line is so long.
I forgot 2 lanes in the South.
2 lane, yes, in New Orleans.
And the lines are long, but they moving, boy.
And I don't know what's going on at Chick-fil-A. I don't know like what serum they're injecting their employees with that makes them like this. They do still provide this like just spectacle of customer service where it's almost creepy, where they're so subservient to you that you go, okay, maybe I don't know if I deserve this good a service.
Right.
Well, it's as simple. It is cult-like.
You know what? The similarity between In-N-Out, and I hate to say this, but I have a second woke point. The similarity between In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A still giving you a great experience and caring. They're both privately owned chains by radical Christians.
Robbie had a little In-N-Out last night.
Heyo.
But not only that, I don't know about Chick-fil-A, but In-N-Out does pay more than every other fast food restaurant. Like when you start at In-N-Out, it's like I think their base pay nationwide is like at least $15 an hour, and then if you go to like a state where the minimum wage is higher,
California too. California minimum wage is like 15, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, even in like when In-N-Out came to Texas, I remember they put the minimum wage.
Might have been in Texas, weirdly.
The minimum wage in Texas is still $7.25.
Right.
I remember when In-N-Out came to Texas, they had signs up that were like, "We start at like 15 an hour," which was like a big deal.
I think your problem was you called Wendy's In-N-Out, and I don't like that.
Yeah. I like Wendy's. I think Wendy's is a good burger. It's good. I like the food.
Never mind. It was
Wendy's is okay. It's probably on my lower tier of the fast food, but I in the past, I'm not going in a Wendy's except for this part of my fucking arm when I reach it in the fucking window and get my food.
Mm-hmm.
My feet is not stepping inside.
Correct. That's because you're a slave, dude. You have the slave mentality. Usually, you just take whatever.
No, you were mad because the slaves wouldn't give you a lid.
Y'all had a
They're the slaves
mentality, quite frankly.
You know what else I don't? You know what else sucks is that fucking touchscreen Coke machine. That shit. Yo, give me a fountain.
I like that too. I think that's fun.
God, I don't complaining about the best innovations.
I don't. It should be good.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Dalton. I think it's a little sus.
It's always been a machine. Firstively, it's just better now because you have so many options.
No. But here's the you go back in the day. You just pressed your cup against the lever, and you pressed your cup against the thing and you got soda.
Pressing the lever.
And granted,
you don't want the diet version.
Granted, your options were limited, but you were guaranteed a delicious bubbly soda. I've used plenty of that
soda.
Obama.
Every time I've used a touchscreen Coke machine, it's like, oh, cool. There's like 100 different types of soda I can get now, and all of them, the fucking mixture is wrong, and it tastes like shit. Because every time I've used one,
ones in the AMCs are good. They stay on top of them.
I'm just saying they're too inconsistent. Because every time I go to like a good old fashioned soda machine where I just press my cup up to the thing and get soda, it's a delicious soda. But when I use the touch screen,
first of all, I don't agree with that experience.
It's either fucking machine. Sometimes you get a good one, sometimes you get a shitty one.
Thank you, Crack.
I feel like the touch screen is way more inconsistent. It's been a lackluster experience more often than it's been good. Whereas the old, just like you plug the bag into the tube and then you press your cup to the machine and you get a soda. That I've had a greater batting average with those than I have with the touchscreen.
You think it's
All right.
not the same system? What is it? Fucking like Osmosis Jones?
I don't know what's going on. The
Coca-Cola
touchscreen
freestyle?
is just provided me
Moses
shittier
Jones.
soda
What
more
a
often than it's giving me a
bullcrap.
good soda.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't know,
going in
man.
there.
I
to
don't see the
disrupt
correlation.
freestyle soda. I don't want Dalton to have any.
There's just 200 little mini people running around mixing stuff together in the fucking
Yeah, yeah.
Coca-Cola
Which-
freestyle. It's
that's
not
how
the
they do
exact
it at
same
that-
fucking system.
It's like a hack tweet about it, but that's actually how they make the soda. I went to the diner. It's in the Upper East Side, where they make it like how they made it in like 1900.
No, it's dinner, Robbie.
dinner. That's so fucking true.
Very
No, I get it.
embarrassing
I
to you.
get it that the soda itself.
Like a year ago, and he was like, "Why the fuck is a Diet Coke $15?" So I was like, "Because people come here to order it, and it's the whole thing." And he was still mad. Just get something else.
Right.
Yeah.
But it would also be cool to get that gimmicky Diet Coke or
Guys, I can tell that this fast food discussion is going to bleed into the Patreon. We're not going to be able to wrap this up here.
ironically, this
Oh,
is
we
very
gotta go to the Patreon.
And the
fast
people are
food
enthralled.
discussion has not gone fast. It has been a.
Yeah, I didn't think I would get that passionate about Wendy's, but so the
I had a feeling you would.
You know, I don't know,
The
something
Look, the passion of the fries.
something finally broke inside of me. I guess.
Wake me up.
Wake me up inside. Can't wake up. Save me.
Give me
Save
a
me from this
lid.
dark thing I've
Lid
become.
me. I just wanna take
Wendy's.
my chili home. I'm at Wendy's. Nobody's making eye contact.
I need a lid.
I need a lid. Just give me a lid now.
Yo, dog, I'll say here.
There's too many black women working now. One lid. That's all I want now. I said carry out, but they still gave me a tray. Give me lid me up. Lid me.
I'll say this.
Man, that was good.
Thank you.
We might continue the fast food thing on the Patreon.
We might be drunk.
But I will say this. Something
By the way.
the hold on.
That's not
The
working.
Frosty is still an
Look at
incredible.
look at these shoes. Now, would a child wear these?
Yes.
You would know. You fucking creep.
When I'm somewhere, I have in my room things bitches like. Michael has things in his room that children like. Or whatever.
Certified Goodwin, certified pedophile.
Colin, you should start going by Fat Williams.
Sure, man.
His name's Robbie Goodwin, and he's probably
Wendy's. These motherfuckers not even looking me in the eye. I had to tell them that Bad Bunny tickets went on sale to get their attention,
Let
motherfucker.
me
his
here.
name's
on a-
Robbie Goodwin, and he's probably a faggot.
Let me. This is
certified
on,
leper boy, certified fat guy.
on a more positive note. The Frosty is still awesome. It's a great, delicious confection.
Yes,
I don't-
fuck. Tattoo Williams.
Yeah, the chocolate and the vanilla they're both great. So I will
That's what
say
we've been saying, Dalton. You need to stop. As a vanilla, you need to stop antagonizing the chocolate and realizing that you both have great things and could make a frosty.
yeah, I do. The Frosty is still an incredible, just the last vestige of the America that once was, one of the last remaining
I do love soft
relics.
serve. Soft serve ice cream fucking rules,
Yeah, soft serve is good.
and
yeah,
it's low
for sure.
calorie compared to regular ice cream.
Yeah,
Who
ice
don't
cream
tell
is
you that?
awesome. Shout
What
out
about-
to ice cream.
What about this? Certified family guy, certified pedophile.
Wait. Hold on one second. You can talk. You don't have to wait for it.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna head over to the Patreon soon. It's patreon.com/the Crowder Boys.
Yeah. Oh, we got shot.
Certified family guy, certified pedophile. Quack, fuck him up. Oh, no, not
He-
like that.
Peter S. Giggity.
Peter ass giggity.
Yeah, Family Guy God.
You think the clan gonna let you disrespect Pete, Quagmire?
I think the Cleveland show gonna be your last star.
Quagmire, this is awesome.
This is the best.
It's
thing
the
we've ever
remix,
done.
Lois.
Yeah, it is the remix, Lois, and this is the Crowder Boys, Robbie,
Mhm.
and everybody else here.
And Drake is like, I was really trying to keep it PG, and it stands for Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin.
Yeah, they not like Chris. They not like Chris.
They not like Chris. They not like Chris. Meg not like us. Meg not like us. And we don't like Meg.
Peter just opened his mouth.
Peter just opened his mouth. Somebody get him the clam right now. Where's Lois at?
No, how about no?
Family Guy matters.
Instead of they not like us, he goes, "Bird is the word. Bird is the word."
Bird is the word.
Bird is the word.
Damn.
And he's probably Rock Lobster.
It's probably Rock Lobster.
Yeah.
Certified.
I'm glad that we brought
Certified
Dan on to
pedophile.
confuse the shit out of him.
Dan
are
knows
you
what's going on. He's a comedian.
Yeah,
Dan, are you enjoying
having the time of my life.
Yeah.
About the same as Sarah did, which I apologized to her for bringing out the PETA puppet, and all she said was, "It was great. I love your personality."
Yeah. Yeah, Dan and Sarah are basically the wives of the show because like they're both out of work software engineers.
I can't stand up. I can't stand up.
You think that I'm not a cop, Peter?
Yeah.
I think
You think I'm
Cohawk
gonna
gonna
let
be your
you
last
disrespect
stop, Peter.
You think I'm gonna let you disrespect a cop, Peter? I think that traffic stop's gonna be your last stop, Peter. You can't stand up. You can't stand up.
This is so stupid but so good.
Oh man,
Do we have any?
crush on TikTok?
Yes.
I need to make songs like this.
Do we have any super chats we need to read before we hit the
A
Patreon?
lot.
Okay.
We got a lot,
This
which is good.
is a very good thing. It's a good problem. to have.
Oh, did we do shout outs?
Awaited episode.
Oh yeah, the Patreon shout outs. I know this episode's a big deal. Dan Wickes is here.
We're really we stepped into the arena about fast food. I ain't gonna lie.
We did drag Dan Wickes into the arena. I don't know if he was properly armed for such a combat.
That was a very entertaining. When you had Wendy's news, I thought it was going to be one of those times where you say something boring for a long time, and that is also funny. But getting passionate over not having a lid for your treats is so funny too.
I just love Wendy so much, and I hate to see what's happened to the old girl.
You need to move to fucking Chicago, the Wendy's city.
That's a good idea.
Thank you so much. I'm known for my ideas.
Yeah,
This is very.
I like ideas.
I love thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't in no big freak. Peter got your wife down. Stewie got your wife down. Cleveland got your wife down. The English book right now. Yeah. BBL Peter. BBL Peter.
Yeah. Wait, let's watch this one too.
A city of
Wait, are we just watching Robbie's TikToks?
Wait,
sin,
hold on.
evil. Someday a hard rain's gonna fall on this cesspool of. Oh, hey, Peter.
I'm Peter.
And this
That
was
was
when
good.
Peter met Lemaire.
Peter Griffin. Hey, Dale, man.
Yeah, my
Oh.
TikTok is like 80% Peter.
That looks like a good show. Where can I watch all the episodes?
Oh, let me tell you, they're long.
Let's do the Patreon shout outs. If you subscribe to the $10 a month and up tier, you get a shout out on the show. And so let's see here.
That does bother me that we had like Jordan Jensen and Lemaire and all these people who got a lot more successful, and it's like, wow, we really invested on the ground floor for Mike Figs to just destroy any evidence we ever did.
Robbie, don't even worry because I made sure to destroy all of everything before you even did that. So
Yeah, but you can still watch the episodes at least.
Yeah. But no, we're
Well,
building a
Boys
new.
archive for better and worse is still.
You can
up
still
there.
go watch Dalton losing his mind. on
Yes,
YouTube.
you can watch the-
Natalie Cuomo at Colin Tyrell.
You can watch me like my mental state just descend into madness before I eventually had to like go to the hospital and lose years of my life. Anyway, if you subscribe to the $10 and up tier, we're building a new empire anyway. With in this part of it, the Patreon $10 and up tier, you get a shout out. So we still got our $50 subscriber MC Downtrend. That's the please don't be mean to me tier. And then we got our $10 tier, our new rulers, Aaron Gutenplan, Bad Bart, Broke D-Gen. I hope he's still alive. Cummerstein.
I heard he was in
Drew.
the chat. Someone said he was in the chat today.
Oh,
Alive
nice.
or dead, I just want to know one of the two. I need to know that he's not on his way to me.
I would just like some closure, yeah.
Yeah.
Drew Huntley, James Worrell, JCG, Johan, Ramones, Robert Erickson, Runaway Slow for President, Steve's Nuts, the Muad'Dib, Tarvin, Trevin Baker, and Vincente Caprini. Also, that's also Broke DJ, I think. And so that's all the Patreon shout outs, and then we still have some super chats to get to do.
All right. We got the super chats right here. Oh yeah, thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Daryl, for your big Canadian super chat. Let's see. We got MC says, would the halftime show have gone better if the game itself was more exciting? Maybe.
No, I think the show overall was just a bad Super
Well,
Bowl.
And the hype was very high at halftime. So
Yeah,
it's the
I
second
was
that was
actually
really the problem.
I was actually really looking forward to it.
And it was really right at halftime was right when we got that crazy bomb, which I think was the best part of the game.
What was the bomb? Oh,
40
right.
40
Yeah,
yards.
yeah.
the
white
halftime
boy.
show.
The crazy.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
didn't
kidding.
I don't know. Dalton did a set.
Oh,
Oh.
You just got roast mastered. Roast mastered.
Yeah.
Let's see. You guys like? I
Peter
thought the halftime show was okay. It was just kind of boring. But I like Kendrick. But I think he's being a little petty. But I didn't. It feels like everybody thought it was either amazing or terribly shitty. Where I just thought it was kind of middle of the road.
It was mid. It was mid. It was a bad. It's not. And it's really not his fault. It was a bad. It was a dumb. It was a bad booking. Ironically, they should have booked Drake. Drake would have been a better fit for the Super Bowl halftime show.
Drake would be an amazing halftime show.
Yeah,
I mean,
everyone knows
he'd have trouble choosing hits to play.
He'd probably do that thing where he plays like 30 seconds of all. Like when I saw him live, I was like, I can't believe how many hits he has.
Drake's got to go back and do the halftime show and then look in the camera like Kendrick did while he's raping a young girl. Hey,
what
Kendrick.
sucks is that Jay-Z books it, so like Drake
he's
probably
going to bring on Billy Bobby Brown as a guest.
yeah.
I gotta go pee real quick.
Who, by the way, is very sexual now and hot.
Yeah, she's hot. So Drake was right. Turns out, trying to get that farm team going. Trying to get a little AAU program happening. Kumia style,
Yeah.
I think Kumia and Drake would actually get along. Kumia be like, "You're one of the good ones." Holy shit.
Yeah, they both like switch up depending on who they're talking to too. So Drake would put on his whitest voice. He'd be like, "Hello, Mr. Kumia. I really fucked with O&A."
Drake would like overshoot it and be like, "Hey, I'm breaking your fucking balls over here, Anthony." And Anthony's like, I don't even talk like that.
Right. They both do each other's accents. Like Kumia walks up like, "What's up, homeboy?" Like he would do that on O&A to Patrice a lot, and it was very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Pita Bread. Thank you, Hihachi. Brosa Smith gifting out the memberships. Thank you, Brosa. January 6th has become a new member.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man. I don't support what happened on that day, but I do support the day. Although I don't like January very much as a month. It's probably one of the worst months.
It's such a shitty month. I'm not liking February that much either.
Yeah, but February you start to get a little taste of like, oh, we're getting towards spring. It's a shorter month. Whereas January is just desolate. Might be the
Also,
worst month.
February does be having the Super Bowl and the All-Star game
It
and the
does be having
Oscars.
that.
Valentine's.
And Valentine's as well.
Yeah, February at least like January just insists upon itself. Which actually Kendrick's show
Did
insisted
you just come
upon
up with that?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it was me.
Insist upon itself. Thank you, Brosa, for the $5 for the.
Yeah, Dalton
Damn,
is at his best when he's fired
This
up.
show is just a bunch of Family Guy references because I just did a full like grind my gears segment.
That's not an original Family Guy thing though. That's like
No.
Andy Rooney. That's like since the dawn of time. There's been some Jewish guy bitching for a while on
That's
TV.
true. Oh, but now what if it was not a Jewish guy? Quite the opposite.
Do you ever notice that it was hot out
No.
here while we're building the pyramids?
Right. You ever notice that we don't get enough credit for being the first slaves?
Seems last I remember, we built the pyramids.
Mhm.
That's a good Andy Rooney. How'd you get an Andy Rooney down, Craig?
I stole Bill Burr's.
Oh, did Bill Burr do one?
Yeah, he used to do one on O&A.
Damn, I'd rather see Rooney Mara.
I would so much rather see Rooney Mara than Andy Rooney.
Yeah.
Andy
I'd rather
Rooney. The trick is you
I'd rather
do
see
that
Mickey
voice.
Rooney.
That's true.
And
Wayne
Breakfast
Rooney.
at Tiffany's specifically.
I'd rather see Booker T do the spinner Rooney. Sweeze, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But you say, did you ever notice? And then you say something, and then you go, seems last I remember, and then you say something.
See, last I remember. Norm would
that's
do it
Andy
too,
Rooney.
but I don't really remember. The impression.
Yeah.
You ever notice? I'm Andy Rooney.
Where we at? We got next. Oh yeah, next time go to BK. Have it your way. That's a good point, Hihachi.
That's a great
Whopper,
point.
Whopper, double Whopper, have a fucking Whopper, fat ass.
What show us the 1099s, Dalton.
I'm fucking gay. What was the burger? I think I said it was Wendy's got a new burger. It's a
Mushroom
bacon,
burger, right?
Bacon and mushroom. It was a good burger.
How about the Mushroom Burger Kingdom?
How do you eat at the salad bar if you don't go? Yeah, Wendy's. That's something else we've lost. Wendy's is not at a salad bar.
Dude, where are the
sometime.
Where are the salad bars?
We're never getting Yellow Cup Wendy's back.
Dude, we're never.
In
Yeah, dude.
California, we had Sizzler. We had a place called Soup Plantation, which must have been. It's crazy. How many
Why
black
would they
people
name
went
it
there.
that?
Why would they name it? Because when you think, I
Plantation.
want to think of soup and slavery at the same time.
I'll take
Art.
the plantation.
Yeah, I was talking to a black guy. He said, "You been to Soup Plantation?" I was like, "Yeah, I only took the soup though." Aren't you embarrassed?
Sebastian is just the best. I gotta add the Sebastian emoji.
You named your restaurant Soup Plantation? Why would you do that? What's next? Salad Auschwitz? Huh? I was over there eating, and I was like, "Is this looking too much like crack in a whip?" Soup Plantation. I asked for the ranch, and they gave me the Aryan.
Yeah.
All they had was Italian dressing at Salad Auschwitz. I said, "Take it easy." They said, "Take it easy, Mussolini." All they got over there is sushi and Italian dressing.
I said, "Oh, you got Italian dressing? Oh, unless it's my father's Italian dressing, no, thank you."
Look, I got enough Italian dressing, frankly, when my father was dressing me down for being a little gay with my mannerisms.
He tossed my salad, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you, I went to Salad Auschwitz. Ironically, let's just say everything was a little overcooked. I said, "How about we take it out of the oven a little earlier?" But then I realized I was at Salad Auschwitz.
They had a gas leak.
And I was like,
The one thing about salad Auschwitz, yes, the food is mostly burned, and you can't get a bagel there to save your life, but you're sure to have a gas.
Robbie will just keep going forever.
I wish I was Sebastian. All these people I do endlessly. That just means I wish I talked like that. Like Trump is the same way. I'm like, it must be a thrill to talk like this all the time, and I wish I did.
Salad.
They're showering.
I've just been in awe of
salad.
salad Auschwitz. Such a funny
Salad
joke.
Yeah. You don't want to take the train to get. Ironically, there's not a train stop nearby. I'm like, what?
Salad
The
Auschwitz.
one thing that was good about Auschwitz was the convenient public transportation. Now I went.
Salad Auschwitz. Let me go there and get some extra Jutons on my side.
I say, don't even bother with breakfast. No Jewish breakfast. Well, how about the lox? Look, the Jews have no idea what the hell they're doing when it comes. After breakfast, these people fall apart. But if I want salmon, I'm not going to Salad Auschwitz.
I don't know. Sorry, I'm fucking losing it.
I don't know if I have anything to add to salad Auschwitz. I was just letting you rock with it.
Sebastian
I don't know. The doors are made of wood.
One second.
The
The one good thing is you can shower there, so it is nice if you're on the go. And a lot of people are on the go out of Salad Auschwitz. I call it the zone of deliciousness.
Yeah.
I made my reservation. They put a number on my wrist.
I said, if y'all watch No Reservations, they're like, oh, is that about the time you killed all the Indians? I was like, hey there, buddy, this is not your thing to decide. Why do these Nazis, they always think they bring up American slavery? Like, I'm going to feel bad. I'm like, hey, that happened like 20 years ago. What are you doing? Aren't you embarrassed?
Racist Sebastian.
No, that's actually woke Sebastian, but defending America, patriotic but progressive World War II Sebastian. Because the Nazis did do that. They'd be like, well, how can you ever say what we're doing is bad when you look at how the black man is treated in America? Actually,
True.
yeah, that's even in Inglourious Bastards when that guy was like, he had the King Kong on his forehead. It was like, is it the story of the slaver in America? Then it must be King Kong. It's like,
okay, Nazi, aren't you embarrassed? You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Damn.
My name is Sebastian Mussolini.
What does he say?
You want the communism? I got an idea for you, blue-haired commie. If I wanted that, you already got a communist land. I call it Bushwick. Now, I think fascism is the only way Italy can move forward. If it were up to me, it would get even more fascist, and we'd get rid of the Moors down south because, frankly, they look a little too black.
Now, what about Adolf Maniscalco, Hitler Scalco?
okay,
You go,
okay.
Where are those Jews at?
Okay,
My
guys.
Fuhrer.
How about we're the Third Reich? Like, because, I like the
Third
sound
Reich
of it.
from the sun.
Third
More
Reich
like
from
it.
the sun. Look, if it does, I think it just sounds Reich to me. Now,
Me Reiki, as the Chinese man would say.
Gerbils comes up to me, and this guy, it's funny, he says the Jews look like rodents because his name is Gerbils. And he says, I think this is to be maybe a first draft. And I was like, can we speed it up? He said, okay, maybe second to last. Like, how about the final solution, tough guy? And wouldn't you know it happened? That's my lesson. If you're talking to your daughter, make her do the final solution. Otherwise, she's asking you for notes.
Dan, do you have to go?
And trying to sneak that in between
Yo.
all my art.
You don't want to be in the Auschwitz Sebastian clip, Dan?
I would love to, but unfortunately, I got a spot at 9:45.
Now
You have
this
any
Yeah,
plugs,
you
Dan
brother?
gotta
guy,
bounce.
he's not. Look, he's got to bounce, but he's always bouncing in his chair. This guy.
There we
He
go.
looks Jewish, but he's not.
Do you have any plugs, Mr. Wickes?
I got the one big one. Watch the Fiasco, Roasted Grove 34, RBL New York. We just dropped an episode tonight. So whenever watch the back
I roasted
catalog.
Big T, and maybe that was fun. I judge there a lot,
Yeah.
and they're worth checking out. They're part of the official Roast Battle League.
He battled
endorse
Scott
it.
recently in a battle that Scott completely cut out. Other than it
Oh,
brief
good.
still.
I do want to. I would like to get the clip of me saying these jokes were good, you idiots. Dave Cyrus looked them over.
Dude,
I
he,
would
he-
like
like what
that
Scott
part.
did with the editing. Unfortunately, we will put up the whole show at some point. But in the version that he edited, he just put up a clip of like both you guys doing the creepiest smiles, and then just immediately cuts to the next battle.
That's funny.
A frame, yeah.
That's nice. I'm glad that the one time I bombed recently doing a battle, it was with the guy who edits it.
Yeah.
Matt Marin will just be like, "Oh yeah, we got an audience memo calling you a faggot. I don't really want to cut it out though."
Well, thanks
Yeah,
for coming on, Dan. It was a pleasure to have you on.
This was a lot of fun. Crack, good seeing you again. Dalton, great seeing you again, man. It's been
Good to
too
see
long.
you, Dan. Yeah. I just came back to life recently, so I
Yeah.
was dead for a while, but I'm rebuilding. We're gonna have some shirts soon. Dan, you're gonna be on the shirts.
Dan,
It's been
come back
nice to-
anytime.
Of course. Love
Nice.
to.
Yeah, Dan, you have an
But-
open invite to the arena of ideas here. You're welcome on
Right.
anytime.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
especially because there was that one episode where of the Loud Boys, where the whole time we were talking about how we had nothing to talk about and needed a guest like on mic, and we just kept being like, "Should we get Dan? He like lives down the street." And then we just kept talking about how we should have you on that episode, but then never did, and never had you on the show.
No, and like so far with this show, you have been like pivotal to this show. Like you have been such a integral member of the show without even being here. That
Dan was
the
a
folks
great
that
voice of
tune in,
reason, or a voice of treason with this leftist
Whoa.
asshole. But yeah, thank you, Dan. That
problem,
was
yeah.
great.
Nice to
It was
thank
nice
you.
because like Dalton, I love having Dalton reconnect with the New York scene, and I thought we needed to throw him into the fire, have him interact with the heaviest hitters,
Who's dinging?
Tattoo King, and now
Yeah.
Dan Wickes. Now Dalton can tackle anybody, I think.
Mhm.
Dan's having 5 alarms go off right now for the
Yeah,
Fiasco.
sorry.
We
Yeah,
gotta let
They're
him go.
like, where the fuck are you? This guy's doing a Sebastian bit, and I'm listening politely.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm doing a show where somebody's talking about salad Auschwitz. I'll be there in a minute.
Robbie Goodwin, you know how he keeps a bit going like for 2 minutes after the last laugh. I'm gonna be about 2 minutes late. No,
All
this
right,
has been a
Dan.
pleasure, Dan. I'm glad that everybody liked you, and you are a
Yeah,
fan
man.
favorite.
Thank you.
We'll
Yeah,
let you bounce,
Yeah,
dog. We
yeah.
know you got stuff to do.
for sure. Yeah, okay. We're out for real this time. But yeah, thanks, guys. We really
Much
appreciate
love,
it.
peace, one love.
Peace.
Bye. I fucking hate that guy.
Okay, let's finish up these super chats and we'll go
Yeah.
to Patreon.
A little shorter page today, probably.
Yeah, sorry guys. I blame me, quite frankly.
Let's
Quite
see.
frankly.
Where did we leave off? Christian mentioned the salad bar. Wendy's doesn't have a salad bar. And then, okay, if Dalton returns that Wendy's with a Tech 9 in his hand and his heart on his sleeve, I think he'll be able to make them see the light. I might do that.
That's not a rational reaction to that situation. I feel.
Yeah. No, I
You should listen to Tech 9. Get the anger
Mhm.
out.
Tech 9.
Dance with the
and
devil.
Robbie's third cousin gifted 20 The Crowder Boys memberships.
Hey,
Thank
Shabba.
you.
Woo.
What is his avatar? A fat Captain Planet? Is that what that
Yeah.
is? That's nice.
That is what
Yeah.
some Afghan people
He's
look
the
like.
planet. And then
It's
$2
Stavros.
again. Christian Kleber again, $2. Dalton has been reading David Foster Wallace. I haven't. No, I mean I already read all the essays and 2 of the novels years ago, but I mean they stuck with me. So
Is
I
that
guess
what you meant when you said you're from DFW?
yeah. hmm I mean I
That's what I
read
thought.
Infinite Jest. That's what I
Yeah,
I like a girl with infinite chest.
Oh yeah.
that's
Dude,
what I
that's
call that's what I feel like the Trump admin is. It's just one
speaking of
infinite jest.
fucking the big tittied Megan Bitchel was like posting about how this was like a long time ago, how she's finally gonna read Infinite Jest.
Yeah,
Months
yeah,
and
yeah.
months ago. Guess what? She still hasn't finished it because she's a fucking dumb bitch.
I didn't finish it either.
It's a long book. It's fine.
And but Megan did make Infinite Jest her personality for like a month.
She really did.
So
Yeah.
she should finish it. I'll say I love Megan. She's a dear friend. I saw her at a party recently, and I was like, she's hot.
Yeah, but Infinite Jest is like the Dr. Pepper 10 of novels. It's not for women.
But you know that's true. But what's crazy is women be reading and guys
Damn.
don't
be reading. No, I haven't read a book in a coon's age.
Have you drank
$2?
Have you drank Dr. Phil 10?
I've drank
No.
Uncle Phil 10.
I tried to order some, but they didn't want me.
And then we have $2 from C Dumps. Dalton goes to Outback Fun. I do like Outback. Good.
I haven't been Outback in a while. I low-key am like wanting. I think I was persuaded by the Costco guys commercial.
Outback is good.
Which, by the way, they went, "We bring the boom with the bloom." That's what. Why didn't they not just say, "We bring the bloom"? We bring the boom with the bloom.
Yeah, Robbie.
what the
The problem is you're putting more thought into it than they are, and that's why you haven't. That's why
Take
you're
that
not
back.
successful.
They're like Kendrick Lamar, dude. You don't understand what they're doing.
And then we had. Well, hold on. Then we because we got to get to the Patreon soon.
Yeah, I'm
We have
setting it up now.
$5 from Show Me the 1099. Show me the 1099.
the Kevin Brennan profile.
Dude.
I'm a
Oh,
big
By
fan
the way,
of.
did you guys see Gino is going to court to snitch on Aaron?
Really?
Yeah, he got a summons.
He's not playing basketball. It's not that kind of court.
No, if he was, he'd be Ben Summons.
Oh, C-Dubs has been a member of the premium YouTube thing for 7 months. That's nice.
Hell yeah.
And then 420 from Lee Rector damn near killed her. Blaze it. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Patreon now. Patreon.com/the Crowder Boys. As little as $5 a month gets you access to all the premium episodes, the bonus content. Once again, that's patreon.com/the Crowder Boys. We'll see you there. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye.
I also love you. Oh, and if